Hey guys, hope you guys are well. I really think that Leicester, on the way they're playing at the moment, could give us a little bit of a run for our money, but I don't see anything else than a win. I think that we'll probably be able to do them 2-0, and I'm predicting a Garnacho goal and a Rashford goal.
2-0 United, Rashford and Watchalong goal.
Glenn F.A. back for the Paddock. For the Leicester game, I think we're going to see Shaw on the left back again and Dallo on the right. I think we might see McGrath alongside Martinez. I think there's going to be some changes. Hopefully we'll see Martial up front, but I reckon it'll be Weghorst. And I think we're going to struggle, to be honest. Leicester are a good team and they always put up a good fight. So, but I'm going to say it's 30 seconds up. We're going to take it 3-1.
This is a really fun time to be a United fan. Really positive experience at the moment being a United fan, especially at home. So I think that United today should win by about 2 or 3 goals. I'm going to go 3-0. I don't think Leicester are that good. Famous last words. I thought the performance against Tottenham the other day was very good by Leicester, to be fair. But I thought it was more of a case of Spurs being really bad. And I don't think that we're at that level. We've seen at the new camp how good we are and how good we can be. I always say before a game, 2 things I always look for. A good performance and no injuries. And I think United will do that today. Up the Reds.
Solo from the Man United agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Manchester United versus Leicester City. It will be a very tough encounter game today. Leicester City are currently on form. Last game against Tottenham, you see how well they played against them as well. It'll be an end-to-end game. I think it's going to be the midfield battle as well today for us. We've got to win that game in the midfield. We've got to be wary as well of Garnacho as well. He's on form. He's a good, skillful player. But I think we should have enough in the tank to get all 3 points against them. Man United, 2-1 win today and a Fred brace.
Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. Predictions for today. First of all, you have to excuse the statement. I've just been for a 10k, so that's why I'm absolutely sweating cobs, as you can see. Apologies. I'm going to go for a United win, of course. Marcus Rashford is on fire, so I expect him to score. Leicester are a decent team, though. I know they've not had a great season, but they've looked better of late. So I think they might get a goal. I'm going to go for 3-1. I think Marcus to get on the score sheet, Bruno Fernandes, and Weghorst to get a goal, yeah, and then maybe Garnacho to nick one for them. 3-1 to Manchester United. Come on, up the Reds. If we win today, are we still going to be whispering something? I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the live watch along. Manchester United versus Leicester. The big one. Doesn't seem like a big one, but I've got a man here who will tell you that this game today is bigger than the second leg against Barcelona on Thursday. Joining me soon will be Scotty from Scotty and Motti. He's just making his way here from a skydive.
Yeah, he's skydiving, and that isn't a wild.
Joke. I'm also joined by the man, the myth, the hungover Panda Bear himself. It's Joe McGrath.
Thank you for calling me a Panda Bear. A little bit hungover. I had a nice night yesterday, but I was saying to you...
Yeah, tell me, hit me with it.
This game right now, considering what's just happened yesterday with Newcastle, City dropping points, Arsenal just doing their thing. I don't know if we're in a title race, but I've got to say this. Today's bigger than Thursday against Barcelona at Old Trafford. Today is a massive game. We have to win. There's no if, buts or maybes for me. We pick up 3 points here. Wow, the momentum building into a really great clash midweek against Barcelona, and then taking that to Newcastle at Wembley on a weekend. Lads need to put in a hell of a show today. And I think, we've just seen Garnacho starting. Yeah. I love the man. Yeah. I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, me too. Let us know when we've got the team news ready, Ethan. And we'll bring that in. But we've got the team news. So here we go. Let's go straight into it. Manchester United's team to play against Leicester today. David De Gea, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez and Shaw Varane. getting a little bit of a rest there. As you can see, he's on the bench. We'll come to the bench in just a second. Martinez comes back in after missing that game through suspension against Barcelona. A midfield three of Fred, Sabitzer, who missed the game against Barcelona with a suspension as well. Yeah. Then you've got Bruno Fernandes making up that midfield three with the front three of Rashford, Weghorst and Garnacho. Sancho drops to the bench. There were some rumours before we had the team announced that Elanga would be starting. He is not starting. Joe McGrath, give me your thoughts on that team, please.
Well, yeah, lots of chopping and changing from midweek. And in fact, you think about the Newcastle game, that might be a fully fit, great Man United 11.
Yeah.
I know there's some players that are definitely out, but the likes of Casemiro and Martinez been able to play a game together.
Casemiro and Sabitzer haven't played a game together yet.
Which is crazy. And, we're going to have a really great midfield that day with a real strong attacking lineup. So I hope that whatever this starting 11 is today, it looks good, it's young, it's fresh. Weghorst's playing an unbelievable role at the minute. I know he's not getting goals, but he's doing more than I think other players would do.
Yeah.
Let's make the most of it. Leicester will be a great team. They'll come to Old Trafford, bags of confidence.
Yeah.
But we've got to do stuff like get an early goal.
Yeah.
Dominate a little bit in midfield. Make sure that they know that you've had really good run of form. Scored 4 in their last 2 games.
Yeah.
Weirdly beating
Spurs. Battering
Tottenham.
Yeah.
So they'll come with confidence. We just need to knock that confidence out of them.
Get your thoughts on that team in the comments. I'm going to go through some of your comments in just a second. So get your comments, your thoughts on Manchester United starting 11. The first thing I want to do, Ethan, sorry, I know you're running around like a blue arse fly back there. Have we got the league table? Because I'd like to address that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silent
assassin.
Here
is the Premier League table as it stands. Now, other than Manchester City and Fulham, who have both played 24 games, everyone that you see in that top 8 have all played 23. Okay, sorry, in the top 6, everyone's played 23. Okay, Manchester United are currently 8 points behind Arsenal, same games, after they won yesterday, which was an annoying win.
And so annoying, I hated it.
I thought, obviously, you get to the 94th minute, you think that they're going to drop points. That's one of those games where you go, you might win the league.
That was a title-winning performance from Arsenal yesterday. Every player had a little bit of fight in them. They never stopped giving up. Unfortunately,
never stopped giving up. Never gave up.
Never gave up.
Yeah.
Never stopped giving up.
Yeah, never stopped giving up is that from the start they gave up and they never stopped giving up.
That's true. Never gave up.
Yeah.
Very sort of like a Manchester United of the past performance where even in those dying minutes they get 3 points. And
it had a touch of the Vincent Kompany's in the top corner about it, didn't it? That Jorginho goal as well.
It was
bit
a
of luck,
goal.
But great goal. Then you look at Man City, who are undoubtedly still in the title race. They're 2 points behind Arsenal, with having played a game more. United have played a game less than Manchester City, and we're 6 points behind them. If we win today, we go 3 points behind City.
Yeah, they made a mistake yesterday, not picking up points at Forest. Forest can do that, can't they? I remember when they beat Liverpool at their ground not long ago. It's interesting to see that I believe this season, just my opinion, that the full picture will not be known till the end.
Yeah.
Like people will drop points, United will drop points, Arsenal will drop more points, City will, but it's just about maintaining a level of class about ourselves that we can keep picking up wins here.
Yeah.
Like today's massive. 3 points here at Old Trafford. Wow.
Newcastle have won 1 game in their last 6 in the Premier League.
Oh, they're done, aren't they?
I don't know if they're done, but they're certainly struggling at the minute. Obviously, Tottenham losing. Do they play today, Tottenham?
They're playing West Ham today.
Yeah, but they lost their last game against Leicester. So United are currently, as we can see there, 7 points clear of 5th place. We are 6 points behind City with a game in hand. If we win today, we'll go 3 points behind them. We're in and amongst it, aren't we? 8 points off Arsenal.
Definitely.
And when you realise that Arsenal have dropped points in 3 of their last 4 games, and I know they won yesterday, but they are not in a great run of form at the minute, are they? They should have dropped points in that game.
It looked a little bit shaky yesterday from on their side.
Yeah.
Just certain players not stepping up, Martinelli and the likes in the attacking lineup. Saka's still looking brilliant. Love Saka, what a player.
Yeah.
They're looking not as deadly as they were at the start of the season and into that sort of late December when they were looking really brilliant, and then January was their month, wasn't it? But I look at this United team today and I think, I'm pretty happy about it. Lindelof getting a start. Is Martinez available for Thursday? I know he was suspended.
He's back for Thursday.
He's back for Thursday. Sabitzer, is he back for Thursday?
Yep, he was also suspended for 1 game, I believe, because of the bookings he picked up for Bayern Munich.
So in fact, we might have a real solid starting 11 on Thursday.
And also, Bayern are without Gavi and Pedri, and I think Busquets is expected to still be out as well. So, good chances. But let's stick on this game for a minute. Leicester doing weird things at the moment. So they're 14th in the league. They were on an awful run of form, playing terribly. Rodgers is one of those managers that's really only avoiding speculation about his future because of how bad teams like Leeds and Everton and West Ham are doing. Yeah. But he's one of those where they've fallen massively from where they were. But then they go and beat, I think they beat Leicester.
Was it Villa 4-2?
Beat Villa 4-2. Then they beat Tottenham 4-1. So you don't know what you're going to get with Leicester, and I've still got my concerns after the was it 4-0 or 4-1 that we lost to them away last season. So I'm still a bit worried about it. But United looking good for top 4 if nothing else, aren't they?
Leicester come here with lots of confidence. You don't score 4 goals against Tottenham and not carry on that attitude of going to Old Trafford and thinking they can cause a little bit of an upset here. Yeah. So now and again they've been our bogey team, like you say. There's sometimes they can just
they beat us in the cup.
Yeah, and they just can have a way with us. I'm looking at Eric Ten Hag giving a little pre-match chat, and he just puts a smile on my face. I think he knows how to beat Leicester today, and I think we'll be walking away with 3 points.
Hope so. We've got our final guest.
Here he goes.
He's
up there.
Come on, here he comes. Falling in from above. Oh, here he is, landing in his chair with a ball.
How you doing?
And one of the finest tracksuit tops I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, thank you very much.
Scotty joins us. How are you? Fresh off the back of a skydive.
Yeah, incredible. Have you ever done anything like that?
I fell off my bunk bed once when I was a kid. Does that count?
Do you have a parachute?
Because you're like 9 foot, aren't you? So
that's
not
true.
really much of a height.
No, that's true. But I didn't have a parachute, so.
Oh yeah, true. It was easily one of the most exhilarating things I've ever done in my life.
Was it good?
Oh my god, yeah. The scariest part of it all was actually getting in the plane, because it was one of them sheds with wings.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, like you don't get all like the safety instructions that you get from. Usually do on commercial flights.
Yeah.
So at the window, the shutter was still up when we were taking off. So I'm looking out, watching the ground.
What, like you going to Vietnam or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
So where is it? Where in the world is this?
Lancaster, just near Blackpool it was.
Nice.
Did you have a little... You didn't have that, did you?
No.
Napalm.
But it was going through my head, like a
the
big fan
one.
of Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, that
sort
kind of vibe,
going
innit?
through. But just like, and then you had to do all like your procedures, and then sitting on this guy's lap, which obviously I'm quite fond of doing. At the best of times. Never usually
like
do
Santa Claus.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he says, I was the first one out of the plane. So that was absolutely.
I knew you were with your brother.
Yeah, my brother. I bought it for my brother's birthday last year, and he says he's only doing it if I was doing it, because I wasn't planning on doing it. And then he said, "Right, you better do it." And I can't wait to do it again, mate.
Really? Was that good?
It was amazing. Just the free falling. We got to 119 miles per hour was how fast we were falling through the sky, and because everything's happening, we're upside down and all sorts, and it's just.
Was it scary?
Yeah, not really. Honestly, the scariest part was just getting in the initial plane.
I was going to say flying up there must have been scary.
Yeah.
Was jumping out scary?
I would be terrified jumping out.
Yeah,
but
same.
as soon as you're there, I'd think I'd love it.
We had to do this safety video at the beginning, and they were showing us like people sat on the edge, being able to see underneath them, and that was pretty terrifying. But when it came to jumping out, we were first, and he goes, "Right, just move over there." And because it happened so fast, if at any point I'd have gone like that, I'm not too sure about this, then I probably would have, been a little bit more. But I was like, nah, get me out the plane. Absolutely loved it, mate. But honestly, one of the best things I've ever done.
How long are you in the air for?
For about 4 or 5 minutes, I think. And then you're free falling, and they pull the chute, and then the harnesses are fucking trap one of my bollocks in the harness.
Like, that's gone.
It was a right yank. Do you know what I mean?
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
So did the parachute? Everything worked fine first time. No backups. No emergency protocols needed. Well, because there's a second parachute, isn't there? A little one that just like the Action Man, small one.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case the first one wraps around your head or something.
Yeah, and the guy I was doing it with, I said, "How long have you been doing this for, then, mate?" Like trying to get a little bit more encouragement. He goes, "Second day."
No.
You fucking second day.
And he's like, yeah, the bloke I replaced, we call it a hard retirement.
Yeah.
Where, he had his hard retirement yesterday. You know where, it doesn't know where. There's a little screw underneath that, Ethan, where you can just use the whole top as a little ball joint, if you're interested. Okay, cool. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Second day.
About.
Was it good? So when you do it, are you face to face with him, back to back, or is he on your back, sort of like?
No, it's pretty much like when you go and visit Santa.
Sorry.
You've been to see Santa, right? You're the Arndale Centre.
I never got taken as a kid
You
to see
didn't
Santa.
not?
No,
Why?
I was banned from most grottos.
You were banned
Yeah.
because of an incident?
Well, no, just sort of threats.
Right, okay.
You used to fret, like, say
I
to
said,
Santa.
don't let me near that grotto.
Right.
Honestly, I'll knock him out. I said, but that never happened. So what? You sat on his knee?
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, you sort of sat on his knee, or more or less, and then he's harnessed, you're harnessed to him. But I kept feeling it like a bra strap kept coming off, and that was a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, racking. It goes, once you sort of down the weight will carry it. But yeah, it was just.
If you'd have felt him getting aroused, would you have unclipped?
No.
What, in the air?
Yeah.
Well, it's either what, erection or death. I'm taking the willy, man.
Could you? Wow, clip that.
Have you seen the team for today?
I have, yes.
Could you get aroused in the air? Do you think like if you're by
Me
yourself?
personally, if you're I reckon if you like in the parachute mode, you could. I think you're free falling. There's a hell of a lot going on. Are you sort of self-pleasuring to get erect?
I think so.
Well, you'd have to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. But I imagine people must have had sex in a parachute.
Yeah, they must have. Do you think you could have? I can't say that. Daniel Kirk with a super chat says, "Hi Joes, do you agree Varane is underrated? If he was at City, the media say he would be the best centre back in the league. I actually think he's better than Martinez. I think they are both underrated, to be honest. I think Martinez is brilliant and a bit more, what's the word? Easily sort of, he catches the eye a bit more. I think the way he plays, whereas Varane's a bit more under the radar. You don't notice him, but I think he's consummate and phenomenal.
They complement each other as well, don't they? I think that's the best part about them. Varane,
there is a touch of the Vidic and Ferdinand's to him, isn't there? Varane being Ferdinand, Martinez being Vidic.
Yeah,
a bit more sort of head in the way, steaming in. Although Vidic wasn't as good with the ball as Martinez, but in terms of like one being cool, calm and collected and the other one being a bit more of a stick his head in, I think they do work together.
Yeah, of course. The sort of the composure and like the sort of caged animal in so many ways, where it was used to sort of calamity with. But Lindelof's playing today, isn't he?
Lindelof is playing today, yeah. So
he's resting Varane.
Yeah, I think it is. He spoke, didn't he? You know, when he retired from international football, he talked about how the effects that playing so many games is having on him, and I just think it's a case of we see this game as more winnable than the Barca games.
That's
obviously.
a strange thing with Varane, though, isn't it? Like how injury prone he is, because he doesn't sort of seem to exert himself in many ways as you would a Martinez. You expect him to get injured a lot more considering how he plays football.
I think if Varane played more of an aggressive all-action style, he'd probably always be injured.
Yeah.
I think there's some like someone like Phil Jones, for example. Obviously, I'm not comparing the quality of Varane and Phil Jones, but I think Phil Jones still plays like he's not injury prone, or he used to when he was playing. He'd still stick his head in everywhere, still making last-ditch challenges, he's still flying into things, and you think, it's no wonder you get injured all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas Varane, you can see, has tailored his game to being like, right, I'm in this like classic car, I'm in an old Jaguar E type here, I can go in a straight line and I can look nice, but if you want me to do like not wheelies, if you want me to do donuts and all that stuff and go around the track quickly, I'm going to break down. So he plays like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil Jones is an old car and he's still playing like he's a kid, and it just doesn't really work.
Demolition Derby.
Yeah, exactly. He's still doing Demolition Derby. Yeah. So if we go through this team again, then so we've got David De Gea, Delo, Lindelof, Martinez, and Shaw. Midfield three of Fred, Sabitzer, Fernandes, and a front three of Rashford, Weghorst, Garnacho. What do you make of that team generally?
Yeah, really strong. I was wondering whether he was going to like drop a few more players ahead of the second leg against Barcelona. I'm really excited to see more of Sabitzer. I think the sort of games that he's played so far, there's been a lot of like these crossfield passes and stuff. It's great to see him get on the score sheet today. But yeah, I mean, I think Lindelof probably the only question mark in that team. But nice to start Garnacho to sort of follow on from his goal the other weekend. Yeah. I think Weghorst is turning into a little bit of an unsung hero. Do you not think with his performances? Because again, we were talking there where Varane doesn't do anything blockbuster, but I think with Weghorst, how far he's dropping deep and allowing other players to overlap him may not be like Hollywood, but it's an important attribute to bring to the team.
Yeah, I think he was talking about, I've seen a few articles on him in the last couple of days. One was comparing him to Fellaini a little bit in terms of just sort of getting elbows in, coming short, controlling the ball with his chest, bringing others in and kind of going under the radar, just being a sort of physical presence in there.
And we've not had that sort of play. We've got a lot of like flamboyant players with the ball and stuff.
Yeah.
But we need that sort of rough and tumble up front.
Yeah, we've not had many we've had a lot of dribblers and like people who like the ball at their feet, whereas he's happy to take it at neck high and sort of do something with it. I thought it was really good against Barcelona.
I thought it was great. I think what Ten Hag is done is identified what he's good at and then made him do that. So he's not trying to be something he's not. Although, you know, he should have finished that one against Barcelona, shouldn't he? He should have put that in the back of the net. I'm interested to see how he plays. We've got a tall team now, so put some more crosses in the box. It's a bit soon. We're going to try and get their head on it. I think we can score in many different ways now, so I'm excited to see what he does today.
Yeah, I think we could do. I'm not saying he's been amazing because he needs to score more goals, but I think despite not scoring, he's still functional, and I think he's still providing and bringing a lot to the team, Begos.
Yeah, well, if you compare him to sort of the person who is challenging for that position in Anthony Martial, okay, Vegas hasn't contributed many goals, but through his performances already, you can see more how he's beneficial to the team than an Anthony Martial when he's not scoring. Yeah. At least I can. I know some people would disagree.
Well, that's your opinion. JXTXM says, great show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, mate.
I guess you've seen the Premier League table recently.
I look at it twice an hour.
Yeah, me too. I'm just always on it. I've got it as my phone background. That'd be good, actually. Is it possible to get...
What, then it updates?
Auto-updating phone background?
Keep that to yourself.
Hey, if you're listening, Apple, I've just given you a brilliant idea there. So if you
I don't think Apple are listening. What, Tim Cook?
Well, there's more than one person that works at Apple.
Just Tim there building the iPhone.
Yeah, Tim's just there. He's writing the blueprints. Then he's sending the tweets out. Then he's in the factory knocking it all together. He's in the mine. Fucking hell,
What mine?
Mining all the
The mine? You don't know the mine? Oh, you need to. You know about like when people have been upset about Qatar and the human rights. You want to check where your Apple gems are from. Yeah.
16 useful gems in the iPhone iOS 13. Oof. Crystals and that. Anyway, if anyone from Apple is listening, a automatically updatable phone background, a la sports league table, a la TV guide. What else would you want?
TV guide?
Well, something that, you know...
That's how you look at the TV guide. What are you talking about?
Something like that.
Train times.
Train time. Yeah. This is what... But genuinely, you got a clock that updates. Train times is a great one. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
A Premier League table that automatically updated. I'd probably have that as my phone background. They're called widgets. Thank you very much. I trim my hair so I don't get them anymore.
Widgets?
Oh, Winnets. Sorry. A Premier League widget.
Is that the bum?
That's the bum. The bum.
We used to call them dangleberries.
Did you?
There's a big sigh there for me.
Dangleberries.
Dangleberries, like if you had like a dirty pube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking at this Premier League table.
Not 5 a day.
I know you would consider yourself to be somewhat of a potentially a pessimist or maybe a realist. I don't know how you describe yourself.
I'm sick of this. Jay started all this cynical sort of. Yes.
However, you're not known for your outlandishly gung ho and positive and everything's going to be all right. Don't you worry type approach to supporting Manchester United. Where do your thoughts currently lie as you look at this Premier League table? I think City have played 24, but the rest of the top 6 have all played 23. What do you see when you look at that?
Hope, optimism. Yeah. Manchester United can win the league. We were doing the show on Wednesday. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't think Arsenal did well to come back against Villa at the weekend, but it just shows that they are capable of dropping points against lesser teams. Arsenal's running is increasingly difficult. Pep, by his own admission, has said that he's going to keep tinkering with the team. Champions League coming up round the corner, expect more of that, and that's the trophy he wants. Manchester United, the games we've got ahead, I think Liverpool away is our most difficult game, but I think we should be, if we can win all our games from now to the end of the season, and I don't see why we can't. We're in with a shout. I don't think we're getting the credit we're due.
Yeah, I think people have decided early on that it's between Arsenal and City, aren't they? And I still think that, probably for good reason, people haven't changed their opinion on that. I do think that we're very much outsiders in that. But I think at some point, you've got to say United are in with a shout. We're 6 points behind City with a game in hand, and I think they're favourites, or certainly level favourites with Arsenal. So you can't say we're that far off.
How wild would it be if we won the league?
It would probably be the best league win ever.
I think that to start with 2 defeats in the manner which we did.
Yeah.
To have a manager just with you for 1 year, 1 season, and to do what he's done with a former Burnley striker up front.
Yeah.
So
compared to last year, compared to where we were last year
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well, it's certainly some incredible work he's done there.
as it stands, Arsenal and City are both basically evens. City are 9 to 10, their favourites. Arsenal 11 to 10, so slightly less, but roughly
Yeah.
evens, both of them. United third, obviously in the rankings. 14 to 1 is the best you can get.
40 to 1,
Really?
that's decent.
You put a tenner on, that's 140 quid. But
Do we?
we're probably not now because I don't bet. But what I'm saying is that United are so far behind in terms of the rankings. They're placing us roughly 14 times less likely to win it than the Arsenal and City. So I do think we're slightly closer than that.
We win today. We're three off City.
3 behind City.
Yeah.
And City and Arsenal have got to play each other still, so we
Yeah.
get a draw from that.
Yeah.
One of them's dropping points there, isn't it?
Minimum. Get your thoughts in on the team news. We get the team news back up. Garnacho over Sancho. Do you like that?
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think Sancho will probably feature in midweek, and I'd like to see him ease back into the team rather than sort of put the pressure in after an absence.
Yep.
But Garnacho, man, what a sensation he is. He's sort of following in the likes of Rashford and the players before him that have come through the ranks of Manchester United. That's an absolutely sensational talent. How are you feeling about no Antony?
I'm gutted. No, listen.
Say that with a
Have you
straight
come round
face.
to him yet? You're not a fan of
I've seen
Antony,
him
are
since
you?
he's not been injured for a bit, isn't he?
I know,
Where would he
but-
fit in this side? I don't know.
Well, on the right hand side over Garnacho, presumably.
I like Garnacho. I think he's put in a lot of effort to get his first start for United. Well, not first start for a while for United.
Yeah.
Normally use him as like a super sub. But giving him a little time to get into the game more today. I thought he would do really well against Barcelona midweek, but we only put him on for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought he would have stunned a couple of them. So I'm hoping he can do that now. He's got a lot of flair about him, a lot of aggression. And Anthony's going to struggle when he comes back.
To get back in the team, you think?
Would you have started him today if he was fit?
Probably not, no.
I would have done. I think Garnacho's better off the bench.
Yeah, he is good off the bench.
Yeah, and I think Antony holds shape a little bit more. And
You love him, you, don't you?
I love that you don't like him.
Yeah. I love how negative you are about him all the time.
I'm not negative.
No,
I
no.
just said I don't think I'd start him. That's not negative.
We've got a few quotes from Eric Ten Hag talking about the takeover. He said, I think for the players, the staff and me, of course we're following the news and we're curious because it's our club, but it's nothing to do with us. We have to focus on football and not get distracted. Just on that, the current state of play, I believe, is you've got Ineos, who supposedly, there was some rumours a few days ago that they might have some help from some American banks to help sort of fund their takeover bid. The current word is that it is Ineos by themselves, no external help, and they have said that they would get rid of the debt on the club as well, which is another thing that was potentially of concern. And also there was some curiosity around the phrasing that they used, talking about a majority stake rather than full ownership.
Also not buying out the Glazers.
Well, no, but but that was the confusion. I think they should have just said full ownership because they would be buying all of the Glazers' stake. However, the Glazers have only got 70%. So it's all of the voting rights. They would have full control, but they wouldn't be buying 100% of the market of United because some of it, the Rain Group, who are currently overseeing the takeover, aren't overseeing the takeover of those remaining 30% of the shares, which are currently on the New York Stock Exchange. That's nothing to do with this current deal. So I think they phrased it in an accurate way, but in a way that I think has confused some people into thinking, well, they don't want all the club, they only want 50% and they're going to leave the Glazers in. They're not. If Ineos buy the club, they want to buy all of the Glazers' shares, which equals and amounts to the entire running and control of the club. So that's one thing to clarify. The other option, of course, is the bid of the Qatari people, which again, the reason I'm phrasing it like that is because it still remains to be seen who that is. Because there's some talk of, it's a private investors, it's not the state itself, it's separate to PSG, but then there's other talk that the owners are the same as PSG and they're not worried about this. So that's all confusing, and I don't love the fact that we're being given this PR line of, it's not the state, and but at the same time we're not going to say who it is. We've got this one guy that's the sort of the figurehead of it all.
Yeah, is he
but
the son of a former prime minister and stuff like that?
Yeah, but at the same time we're not going to admit that we're the same owners as PSG, who are also owned by they're just being purposefully confusing to get around the legal side of things. But really, we all know it's the state of Qatar. The other option is apparently a very late bid from an American consortium which again has apparently said that they would be clear in debt as well. So seemingly none of them, or they're all PR conscious enough to know not to say we're going to carry on with the Glazers model of leveraging the debt against the club, which I think is also actually not allowed anymore as a result of the Glazers. But yeah, that was so from Laurie Whitwell 3 hours ago. I know, yeah. We'll let you do it and fuck your club, but once you do it, we'll cancel it. Laurie Whittle, talking about the Qatari offer for United, said Sheikh Jassim, relatively unknown, but his father, as you mentioned, Joe, the former Prime Minister, nicknamed HBJ, which sounds like an American footballer, doesn't it? Yeah. HBJ with a catch. Very well connected. Shock horror. Son of former Prime Minister is well connected. Lawyers on bid think UEFA will be satisfied as it's a separation from the state, apparently. So there you go. So that's the current state of play with things. We don't know any more than just these bids have definitely been put in, and United are sort of mulling it over. What are your thoughts on things?
Varied. I'm trying to sort of look from Manchester United's point of view, just as a fan and a football club. The person who's going to put the most money into the club is going to be, I imagine, Qatar.
Yeah.
From what's been suggested. I think that's probably the best beneficial for Manchester United on the pitch. And then people want to look at off the pitch in terms of human rights and stuff. And I said some stuff on Twitter the other day about this. Is that how upset are you about Qatar's human rights? How upset are people about Qatar's human rights? Because remember when the World Cup was on?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, rainbow armband, it's disgusting what they're doing, all their LGBTQ, you know, what they've done to the workers. All terrible. All still happening now. World Cup's not happening in Qatar anymore. Nobody seems to care.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't. People seem to be upset about it because it's affixed to Manchester United, this sort of human rights record. But how upset are they?
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because
Qatar owns Sainsbury's, shares in Heathrow. Are you going to stop flying out of them airports and shopping at Sainsbury's?
They own Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one though, isn't it? Because
you on Sainsbury's.
Just a name.
Jay Sainsbury.
I swear the guy who started Sainsbury's called John Sainsbury.
He probably was, but I'm pretty sure Qatar own a shitload of Sainsbury's now.
Wow. Harrods as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and Harrods as well. Yeah.
But the thing is politically, I'm sort of torn on that angle because I'm not someone that wants our government or our people to encroach on other countries where remotely possible. I don't like war. I don't like intervention of other countries, but also I don't like people being tortured or dying unfairly or slavery or people being killed for being gay. I fucking hate all of those things, but I'm not someone that's going to advocate for our government to intervene on these things unless it is absolutely necessary, because I hate the idea of our outreach going, we know more than you, we're smarter than you, we're moral than you, let's bowl in. So it's almost like it's hard to know what to say, isn't it? Because I don't want those things to be attached to Manchester United, because that is something I care about. That is something that I am already attached to as a fan.
Yeah.
So then, yes, it's happening, and it is happening, and I don't like that it's happening. But as a citizen of Great Britain, I'm not going to advocate for anyone to try and fix that or change that or go in there and do something about it. But once it's become attached to something that I do care about, then I am more likely to stand up and say something, because it's not just respecting someone else's culture or whatever. It is now we are attaching the actions of this government to the football club that you know and love and support, and then at some point you do have to say something. So it's a hard line, isn't it? Because I don't want to be, like I said, I don't make my life about standing up for things going on in other countries particularly, but this is the state ownership of Manchester United, and if that was to be any state, I would point out the atrocities or corruption or whatever it is that's going on in those countries, because I don't want to be associated with the actions of a government, because I think most governments, if not all governments, have a lot of skeletons in the closet, literally.
Our own included.
Exactly. So I wouldn't want to be owned by us either.
If the king owned like a bit of AC Milan, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Prince Charles?
Yeah,
King Charles even.
Imagine if he owned like a football club abroad. Out. Crazy that, isn't it?
Isn't he a Villa fan?
Yeah, well, no, he's his son a Villa fan.
Why would you choose Villa?
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
No. I mean, you make a lot of good points there, Joe, and obviously it's a conflict that it's individual to each fan, I think, and how they justify whether they want it or are against it. But personally, I think the majority of people will be saying that I'm not happy that Qatar might be investing or buying Manchester United, but I think the majority will just turn around and say, I want our club to be successful once more, and that will trump anything that's happening in other countries.
Just on a non-moral level, let's come away from that. I don't want to say ignore it because I don't think we should, but let's not. I don't love the idea that United are owned by fucking multi-hundred billionaires. I don't really like that. I think one of the great things about United is, I know we've not been as successful under the Glazers, and we haven't, but we've still won Premier Leagues post-City takeover. Yeah. It's been a long time, but we've won Europa Leagues, we've won FA Cups, we've won League Cups, we've won the Premier League. I like that we don't have all of that money, and yet we've still managed to do bits and bobs here and there.
Yeah.
But also, I don't really want to be the richest kid who gets all the nice clothes bought for him. And, oh, look, aren't you fashionable? Aren't you sexy? Yeah, because you've had a nose job, you've had your jaw done, you've got the best clothes, you drive a nice car, you've got a nice house. Of course you're attractive. I kind of like that United were not being funded like that. I like that we did it ourselves. I don't really want to be just the pocket and the wallet of an infinite sort of well of cash.
We spend cash.
Exactly, but it's our cash. It's our cash that we make.
How much would change? The best thing about it would be the actual cash being spent on stuff like the infrastructure.
Yeah, I love all that. But we could
I don't
do
think
that
much
anyway.
would look different on the pitch. We spend money.
I know we
spend
do.
a lot over the summer.
But if we're going to start spending way more because of our owners, I don't really love that. Personally, all I want is people who don't take money out of the club, who bring in the right people to spend the money Manchester United currently make. To me, and obviously as much as it pains me to say this, Liverpool's league title means 10 times more than any of City's. City would never have won the Premier League if it weren't for their owners. Not once. Yeah. They probably wouldn't win it for the next 50 years.
But Liverpool spent cash.
They did, but it wasn't being funded by fucking multi-billionaires. I don't even care where the money comes from.
Well, they were getting, what's the people who own the American?
FSG.
Yeah, but they put money in.
They put some money in, but not
to the extent that...
I don't know what you're saying.
No, but they didn't spend loads of their own money. FSG didn't do that.
I think
Leicester's league title.
Leicester's.
But you say that, but Leicester's owners spent more than Liverpool's owners.
First.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't off the back of billion state ownership.
I get what you're saying, but what...
If Arsenal win the league this season, that is way more impressive.
They spent fucking loads.
Yes, but
of
it's
money.
their own money.
No, they spent cash.
You know the point I'm making. And you're purposefully looking away
I'm just
from
saying,
it.
I think that the money Arsenal spent have come directly from their big rich owners.
No, it's not.
It would have done. I watched that All or Nothing documentary where the new American CEO came in and he was like, yeah, we spent about 200 million.
Yeah, they've spent plenty of money.
What
I'm saying is, Arsenal are the third biggest club in England. The fact that they've got money to spend, it would have happened with or without their owners. Manchester City, Newcastle are fuck all without their owners.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I think the difference is that
Newcastle make cash as well.
No, they don't.
No, but if you look at it in terms of a heritage or the history of the clubs, City and Newcastle, minus the investment that you were talking about there, Joe, would still be, I don't know, two crap cars, a Ford Fiesta and a Punto. Whereas United have just been an Aston Martin that's just needed to be a bit of work. You know,
this is what car things now. I'm getting so confused.
United,
ran a little bit better.
All the money that Manchester United have ever spent. I mean, I don't know the full financial details of the 1950s or the 20s at United, but certainly the Premier League era is money that Manchester United as a football club have generated through on the field and off the field marketing and success. That is all we've ever spent. We've also given a fuckload to the Glazers to pay off debt and to take out dividends.
What do you think is going to change?
If we are owned by someone that is worth $300 billion or whatever they're worth, now we have the opportunity to spend all of the money that we should have been spending on the club in the first place that the Glazers have been taking out, plus the infinite pockets of this sugar daddy that can fund us to any success we want. Does it not feel slightly less earned when you've just got unlimited cash to spend? City's titles don't mean anything. No one looks at Man City and goes, wow, what a rags to riches story. No, they don't.
They do mean something.
What do they mean?
They
Rich man has cash. That's all it means.
Yeah, but we're a little bit jealous, but they've got a great manager, they've built a great squad. That means something. Although we don't like it, it means something.
No, I'm not saying they've not, but I know they've won the titles properly.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. City are a bad example.
The reason they've had the ability to build this great squad, and the reason they've had the pulling power for people like Pep Guardiola, and even Mancini, he wouldn't have gone there, and Pellegrini wouldn't have gone there. He managed Real Madrid, is because of these new, undeserved billions that they have to spend. That's
Joe,
the only reason they've won the Premier League.
Okay. Away from the car analogy.
Yeah.
We'll use a sex one.
Oh, here we go.
So, you attract a stunning woman, right?
Yes.
And she wants you for your money or your personality. Which is the more earned, or your looks?
Which would you prefer it to be?
That one's a better one than the car one.
That's because you don't know about your cars.
Obviously, it's the personality.
Right.
But would you be bothered?
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, isn't it? If you're still getting laid, right? Does it matter that you paid for it or you earned it?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. You are right. City have still won these league titles for now. But what I'm saying is, there must be, as an outsider looking in at Manchester City, my brain gives each of their league titles about 20% of the credit that Leicester's got, or even that Liverpool's got. And I'd much rather City win the league than Liverpool, but at least Liverpool won it with spending money that they earned on smartly. Manchester City went, oh, here's 40 quid on 40 million quid on Mangala and just like waste of money, Otamendi and people who just think, what is going on here? So they've got John Stones on the bench for most of the season. They brought Bravo in and got a new. They just money.
What
they
if,
would
Joe,
never have had otherwise.
the owners come in
anyway,
and go right, take the money you own.
Yeah.
You've deserved and you've paid for transfers.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're going to do stuff to the club that should have been done years ago.
We're
going to build you a new stadium.
That would be much better.
We're going to do Carrington up. We're going to make everything good. The infrastructure is going to be brilliant. That's
much more palatable to me.
Yeah.
If we go out this summer, and don't get me wrong, I'll be stood in front of that TV with Jay, rubbing my hands, licking my lips, bang on, if we went out and signed Mbappe this summer. But if I did, there would be part of my brain that went, what is this? What is this now? This is like starting a game of
cheat
Monopoly.
code, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting the cheats in again on GTA. At first, you go, this is great, look, I'm flying around in a jet. And 2 minutes later, you go, I wish it was difficult again. I wish I hadn't put these cheat codes in because, yes, I've got infinite money glitch, but now what do I do with it?
But here's the thing, everyone else has got cheat codes.
I know, this is the problem. That's what it always comes back to is modern football is just a bit shit,
cheat codes,
innit? There is an element of modern football where you just go, if it's not us, then someone else will have a billionaire
But
to
I mean,
pay.
is this not just us fighting on a level pegging then? Because for a long time we've not been playing with the same sort of, let's say, cheat codes as everybody else. It's not about time that we still been successful in the route. But if this is the way football's going, then we can't do anything about it.
Well, up until last season, it was Chelsea to a lesser extent, but they obviously had their billionaire in Abramovich who came in and spent money they would never have had otherwise. And the other one was Man City. Now, it's them, it's also Newcastle, and now it's looking like United.
Spurs might even get a look.
Spurs is another one who's potentially been taken over. Liverpool are for sale. Who knows who's going to buy them? It could be someone else with endless oil money as well. It's getting to the point where this is what football is. But 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it wasn't. And it was, I know the Glazers obviously are awful and I want to get rid of the Glazers. I've said that a million times. We all know everyone's opinion on that. But what I'm saying is, I like the idea that, yes, you have an owner that maybe puts a bit of their own money in. You've got someone that wants to invest in later life or whatever, like Jim Ratcliffe. But that it's not an endless well of circumnavigating the rules, tax havens, paying for yourself to be sponsored, paying Mancini £1 million for 4 days' work, buying Pep's brother a football club in Spain. It's just a constant barrage of almost breaking the rules, but not quite. That's not, for me, that's not really what football's for. I don't love that.
I don't know if you've got a little bit of retrospective romanticism from what United were 15 years ago, because we've always been financially better off, even before the Glazers.
Yeah.
Because how many other clubs shared your view? I'm talking like the Norwiches or the Burnleys and stuff like that we're looking up. I mean, football has never been a fair game when we're looking at the board level. It never has.
And the thing is, United have long had more money than most clubs. But in the 90s, we were outspent by Newcastle and Liverpool. In the 2000s, we were outspent by Liverpool. Like, other clubs could compete financially. But the reason United had so much more money than everyone else is because we were more successful than everyone else. Not because... I like that idea. Like, that's why I brought up Leicester's owners. They are rich people who have spent a good chunk of their own money on making a team that was bouncing between Championship and Premier League team into a Premier League staple who have now won the Premier League, won the FA Cup, played in Europe. They've done all of these things and they've spent some of their own money. But they don't have endless pockets. This summer, they've not spent any money because they don't have infinite cash. City's owners, PSG's owners, United's potential future owners, Newcastle's future owners, will never have to worry about not having money for this transfer window. And I just think it takes away one huge element of football, which is how do you grow? How do you make successes out of small stories? How do you save money and spend money wisely? They don't have to worry about spending money wisely. They can waste money for the next 20 years and still have unlimited cash in the bank. And to me, that takes away something from football.
I agree with you to an extent, but I think the dream that you're sort of clinging on to, I think was a long time ago.
Maybe it was, yeah.
And I wish it was like that.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that there is any sort of equality regarding financial incomings or outgoings at Manchester United or the Premier League or over. When you look at American sports, I mean, if you look at some of the transfer fees there in the NBA and stuff, it's a different skill set, isn't it? Because I think if you look at Chelsea this season, how much have Chelsea spent this season? Close to 600. And they've got like Graham Potter or Brian Potter, wherever his fucking name is, you know.
I'll tell you one thing that maybe we could look at one day would be, it'd have to be worldwide because otherwise it wouldn't work. Some sort of salary cap or some sort of spending caps or something like that, which again is difficult because it goes against like the British law and all that sort of stuff. But if there were to be a FIFA agreed salary caps the way they do in different sports, maybe then we'd get back to seeing, yes, you've got endless money by the owners, but you have to have some sort of financial nous to work around these. I don't know, it just feels to me
I'd love to see that. So
cheap, innit?
How does the draft pick work? Do you know?
Basically the worse team you are, the better pick you get.
I like that. That would be a good idea if we could introduce something like that.
So what do you mean, like fucking?
What, all the academy players in the country?
Yeah.
You're off to Burnley, mate.
Imagine.
Anyway,
I mean, he's at Al Nassr now.
Yeah, we've got a few super chats. Anthony Gordon says, what if their increased involvement in Western culture helps push their views in a better direction? I mean, we'll see about all of that stuff. I think the term better is one fraught with loads of different connotations there, but I understand your point. We'll see. Hopefully, what I would like eventually is for the whole world to like each other and agree on everything outside of football. Let's just hold hands and all love each other, but we'll see if we can ever get there. Promatthew says, love Joe, I feel exactly the same. We'll leave it up to the viewers' interpretations to who he means. Ozzy Gamola says, should be a percentage of what the club earns and makes. That's what financial fair play is here to achieve, in theory. But what clubs do is they do everything they can to get around those laws, sometimes legally, sometimes illegally. Resonating Silence saying incompetence can accompany unlimited cash. Just look at PSG, joke of a club. Yeah, they are a joke of a club, but also they've won the French League 10 of the last 11 years. So yes, they've not won the Champions League yet. But it's not like their fans aren't seeing them win trophies every single season. Pochettino won a league there, so that shows you how well they're doing. It's a Duck says Liverpool winning the Premier League was awful as they earned it and it meant something. Don't care City ever winning as it's always seemed dodgy. Now we know it is. Shango says Ineos is sports washing and never gets mentioned. It's just shit, innit?
Yeah.
All the options have their difficulties and their problems.
I think when we're looking at the new owners and trying to put a positive light on it, it's nice to have owners that we hope will have the investment of the club and want to be owners of Manchester United for them to be successful on the pitch and not not profiteering, because that's what we've had under Glazers.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we've seen, at least from the Qatar and the Ineos bids, is that they want to move Manchester United and prove them successful rather than taking out of the club, and that's got to be a positive regardless of who comes in.
Yeah. Exactly. Right, let's talk a bit about the game today, shall we? Because we've got time there. But it's obviously one that everyone's passionate about, and the comments show the same. Hit like on the video if you are enjoying the chat and you're excited for Manchester United versus Leicester.
I think we're going to spank them.
No.
Yeah.
I think we're going. Honestly, I'm here for a big 4-5-0.
You're off your head.
I just jumped out of a plane. You're damn right.
on the spectrum of who's up for today, Joe's hungover as fuck.
I thought it looked a bit wrong. Are you back on it now?
Yeah.
Did you dive off that wagon?
Joe vomited twice last night.
I skydived.
You do right off the bat.
Joe's here. He's hungover as fuck. I had a cold shower this morning. My first one where the whole thing was just cold, start to finish. And then you're fucking here, having just done a skydive. I thought I was up for it.
Yeah.
You just landed off. Go on.
Does it shrink to like minuscule proportions when you do a cold shower?
It sort of hunkers down for the winter. It goes into hibernation mode. Yeah.
Jay was he's been trying to do it, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah, the cold showers and stuff. You should have done that this morning.
I just had a nice warm one. It was delicious.
Did you eat it? You were sick in the shower, weren't you?
I was sick in the shower. Yeah, but the night before.
The night before? Do you mean last night?
Well,
last night.
what? So you didn't make it to the toilet just for sack or something?
No, I like getting sick in the shower because there's more room.
Right?
More room than what?
Than
the
a
toilet.
toilet.
Oh, right.
And
What
did,
do you think of
Well,
it?
you weren't sick in the toilet, were you?
No, I was sick in the shower.
And
Oh,
did you
on
leave
the
it?
outside of a taxi.
And the outside. How did
you were
that
sick
go
in
down?
the taxi.
Have you got an invoice?
It went really bad. I don't want to talk about it.
No.
He vomited in this man's taxi, and then he went, but don't worry, I gave him a £5 tip. Five quid. That's not even enough to drive to the fucking
Yeah, it is.
car wash.
What car wash do you go to?
I don't go to him because I don't have a
I
car.
like doing it myself, me.
What do you mean?
Well, you
What, you vomit on the car and then you just wipe it off?
spend £5 on it. You spend £5, it goes a long way in Morrison's, that jet wash. You get about 15 minutes.
And it's nice. Have you had a devil's egg?
No, I've had the hot sauce, the devil's jizz.
Have you?
What's it? Oh, right, I'm lost here. Devil's egg.
No, a dragon's egg.
Oh, are they the same thing?
No, a dragon's egg is a Scotch egg, but there's chili in the sausage
right,
meat.
okay, yeah. Fancy a bit of that. I do
They're
like
still
a
like
Scotch egg.
cheap and nasty tasting, but they've got a little heat to them.
That's what you need when you're hungover, though. All the horrible food that really isn't good for you.
Yeah.
Have you had anything down your food-wise?
I had a wrap before.
Did you?
It's not feeling too good now.
We haven't even kicked off yet.
Yeah, but I'm excited for kick-off.
Oh, yeah.
You stop asking me questions.
Sorry.
That was a joke. That was the joke. We just get into the game then. Carrots 45p.
Nice. So, are you you're confident then?
I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I'm really nervous because it actually feels like we're good.
Incredibly
And
big game.
there's as the season goes on, there's actually more and more on the line. Like, I think we can beat Barcelona now, so I'm more nervous. I think we can catch one or both of Arsenal or City this season, so it's making me more nervous.
But shouldn't that translate into the confidence of the team as well? Leicester, I always think, are a funny one because I'm either confident we're going to absolutely wipe the floor with them, or they're capable of putting a good performance. They didn't start well, did they, this season?
No,
but they've
terrible.
had a few decent performances of late. I think Spurs, was it?
Yeah, 4-1. But yeah, I think, pardon me, especially without Casemiro in the team, I don't know if it was just because it was Leeds and their style of play, but we really struggled in both of those games, I thought.
Yeah.
And we gave away a lot of chances, and, you know, just Fred in these games, just, I know he's a point
He was
of
great
weakness that
against
people can
Barcelona,
target.
I thought
It
he
was,
was
but Casemiro was playing. So you always had that, like,
Yeah,
safety
of course.
blanket with him where he's like, okay, if nothing else, Casemiro will deal with it. Sabitz looks like a really good player. I know he's not played that much, but he's not Casemiro in terms of positional awareness and discipline. So that's my worry is if we see another performance like we did against Leeds at home, this could easily be a 2-1 to Leicester, and that's what I'm scared about. Get your score predictions in the comments. We've got 8 minutes till kick-off. Get your scorers and score predictions. So what's the score going to be and who's scoring the goals? And I'll come to them in just a minute. I'll start with you, Joe McGrath. Score prediction, please.
I think it'll be tough, but I think we're going to win 2 or 3-1. I think Leicester will score today.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I think we're going to win 2-1.
2-1. Who's going to score for United?
Rashford's going to get one, and so is Fred.
Yeah, man.
Fred from outside the box.
He's got a few goals this season, Fred. I think he's our 5th
Got
highest
more
goal
goals
scorer.
than Grealish, I believe.
That's it.
His stats are better than Grealish this season, but nobody talks about that.
I know. Interesting.
I do. I'm
What are your,
I'm the chairman of the Fred Appreciation Society, and then I'm going to start the Anthony Appreciation Society.
You don't even like Anthony.
I do.
Deep down, no, you don't. Deep down, you're just saying it to wind me up.
No, I like him.
I like him. I like him as a player.
As a what?
As a player.
So it's as a person that you've got an issue with him, is it? What a mad thing to say.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0. I'm saying Weghorst, Rashford. I'd like to see Sabitzer get on the score sheet, but I'm massively confident that performance against Barcelona got me believing more things than I did previously. I think the quadruple's on. Fuck it, let's go for it.
Love it. George Galloway, not George Galloway, George Holloway.
George
Imagine
Galloway.
George Galloway was watching.
Fucking hell. And Anthony Gordon in touch. Got a full celebs, haven't we, today?
Yeah. Anthony Gordon, Ethan?
It's 3 appearances off the bench.
3 appearances off the bench, so... Weghorst needs a goal today, says George Holloway. It's fair to say that Weghorst is just a stopgap. Is it fair to say, that Weghorst is just a stopgap until the summer when we go all out to buy Harry Kane? Depends who the new owners are. I'm sure we'll buy a striker in the summer. I can
100%.
almost guarantee that. But whether it's Kane or Mbappe or Arnautovic. Depends on the pockets and the situation that United are in at the time, I think.
From what I've seen, I'd be more prone to keeping Weghorst and selling Anthony Martial.
Would you?
Well, how much is Weghorst going to cost us?
Yeah, you're probably getting for about 8 million.
Yeah,
quid,
so you get rid of Martial, and there's not much money difference, is there? And he offers something, and then if he comes off the bench, and then we go out and get a Harry Kane or the what's the lad from Osimhen? Yeah, he's got he's ridiculous goals.
That goal he scored yesterday, did you see that?
Incredible.
From like basically on the goal line.
Yeah.
How on earth? It was like Rashford's goal against Barca, but even more ridiculous, wasn't
it?
Yeah. Unbelievable. A few score predictions then. People saying Joe's mic was off, but that should be all sorted now. Cy Wren says 3-0 Rashford, Sabitzer, Garnacho. Stacey Bloomfield says 3-0 United, Rashford all three. Mardragon says, Joe, you need to get a beer and repair.
I don't want a beer, please.
Do you want a beer?
No.
Do you not do hair with the dog well?
No, I don't do hair with the dog well. Don't do hair well.
How's that going, by the way?
Don't know, you tell me.
It's looking thick, if not slightly bedraggled today. He's doing some hair regain tablets, aren't you?
Yeah, sponsoring the pod.
He drinks a potion every morning, don't you?
I have a tablet, 2 tablets every morning.
Like hormone stuff?
I don't know what it is, actually. I should really read it.
Probably should read these.
Have you not done any research at all?
No, just take what they say.
Who's they?
Sons, they're called.
Sons. It's like them series like in the 1940s where you used to get the magic medicine men that used to come round and
you got like a horse and cart that
snake oil and stuff like that.
Magic medicine men. What
yeah, go on.
Yeah, they used to like go around like the middle America saying we could sell you potions that could like I don't know.
Fix your bad legs.
Hair,
and they go, you sir, someone in the crowd, put your hand up. And they go, me. And then the crowd would part and there'd be some sort of withered man there with legs, his knees turned in. And then he'd go, come here, take this, sir. And he'd drink it and he'd go, pop out of his wheelchair and do a little. So
that's pretty much
but really, he leaves town, the little fella with his knees knocking gets back on the cart with the snake oil salesman and goes to the next town. So
have you noticed any side effects then?
No, not really.
How long have you been doing it?
2 weeks.
Side effects? Are you measuring? This is just him now.
Yeah. Constant hangover. Are you measuring your hair?
What do you mean measuring?
He's too busy measuring other things. He's shrinking!
How do you know it's going to work? How do you know it's working?
Before and after pictures.
Question for you. Would you lose 1 inch downstairs for a full head of hair?
Yeah. What? They only have 9.
What, hairs? Would you actually?
Yeah.
2.
No.
1.5.
Wait, 2. 2,
yeah.
2? Wow. No, it's not arsed. He looks like a little petty Philou by the end of it. Right. Good stuff. Sebastian says, Garnacho 2 assists, Rashford 2 goals. I like that.
I'd like it a lot.
All positive, man.
Yeah. A lot of people talking positively. I can't see any results that aren't.
From Leicester's side, though, Maddison is the one, isn't it, to be faithful. I was surprised he stayed at Leicester this season.
I know. He's one of them where he's just drifting into that. How old is he now? 26, 27?
Yeah.
He's just drifting into that. You need to do something pretty soon. He's 26. He'll be 27 in November. So
you don't be getting to the Harry Kane years, do you? Where it's too late, you're not going to win anything.
Although the thing is, he's
26 isn't bad.
He didn't win the Premier League, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
Came the year after that. So he's won an FA Cup and a Community Shield, which is more than Harry Kane's won. But even so,
yeah, I think he's a really good talent. The year when I think Grealish left for Man City, I thought we were interested in Maddison.
He's one of those players. He's injured quite a bit, wasn't he, last couple of seasons? But he seems to have put that behind him.
Great free kick taker.
Yeah, he's a good player. Hisham says, lads, Loris Karius. Now, do you know the reference there?
Loris Karius, is that the goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah, who played for Liverpool in the Champions League final against Real Madrid, was concussed, and basically his career went downhill after that. But he is the likely starter for Newcastle in goal in the League Cup final because Dubravka is cup tied because he's played for us in the League Cup.
It's crazy, that,
Pope is injured, and their third choice goalkeeper is Loris Karius, who hasn't played a game of football professionally for 2 years. And he hasn't played a game for a Premier League side since that Champions League final.
Why don't we ask Ethan
what to play in there?
What he thinks about Karius?
What do you think to Karius, Ethan? He won't know. He's not seen him, have you?
I've not seen him. We won a trophy in Saudi Arabia last time we played. 5-0 winners.
There you go. That won't fix it all. He said they won a trophy in Saudi Arabia the last time they played.
Can we turn it up a little bit, Ethan?
Right. A little bit of volume.
Looking good.
We've got J.E. Frasconi with a super chat saying, this is going to be a pasting. 4-0, Ten Hag has United absolutely fearsome again. And please, no Kane in the summer. He's a stat accumulator that has never won anything. Tough stuff.
I'd take him. There's not too many strikers out there.
No,
I'd take him.
How come Sutar's picture was taken in the heat of the midday sun? Look how bright he is on the left side there.
It's nice.
It's lovely, that, isn't it?
Good talent.
We'll go through Leicester's team in just a second. I'm going to go.
Would you be a hands on the hip type of guy?
No, I'd fold my arms.
Fold your arms. About you, Joe?
I'd do that.
Oh,
that's a good one. Nacho.
Yeah,
Ian
his business.
Nice. Ian Acho's got that presenting at a board meeting type. Like, so here's my presentation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that power stance.
Stood at Dragon's Den, sort of.
Very Dragon's Den, Ian Acho's. Yeah, that's it.
They don't do that one anymore, but they used to walk to the screen. Remember they did that?
No,
they only lasted a year where they did that sort of model shoot. Sort of.
They walk up and then hands behind the back.
Players might have told them no.
Yeah, this isn't working for me.
Let's stop this.
Very interesting. Pochettino's is trending currently. Why do you think that'll be?
Is Spitzer kneeling down? No, he just not looks as tall.
Oh my god.
Well, it's up with Poch.
No, he's fine.
Oh,
what do you think?
You were a big fan of his, weren't you?
I still am a big fan of his. I was on par with him going to United with Ten Hag. I mean, they've been proved wrong on that.
Do you think? You wouldn't swap him now, would you?
No, not in a million years. I don't think his time at PSG was indicative of his skill set by any stretch of the imagination. I think what he did at Spurs was great, and he was a great manager at Southampton before that. I'm surprised he's not come back to the Premier League, really.
Yeah.
I think Spurs fans would have him back.
Chelsea might want him if they get rid of Potter.
Can we just talk about Chelsea? They've won 2 games in their last 14 matches.
That's wild.
That's really that's like Watford form, isn't it?
To get rid of Tuchel was too much.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Tuchel and Mockingbird.
Tuchel and Mockingbird.
Thank you.
Did you hear my Tuchel chant?
No.
I never took off. So the Bobby Brown classic, that Tuchel played that game.
Tuchel play that game.
Why did Chelsea? That would have been less, Chelsea fans don't deserve it.
That's quite good, actually. Bit more volume, please, Ethan.
Are you a fan of still taking the knee, Joe?
Yeah, on important week games like this, still think it's great. Why is it this weekend?
Pardon?
Why is it there's certain reasons why they take the
Oh,
knee?
yeah, because they don't do it every week, do they now?
No.
I don't know, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Took to play that game.
Uh-oh. Well done, Sabitzer.
Nice, Sabitzer.
I like Sabitzer,
Sabitzer.
And rumours of a €20 million fee at the end of the year, to me,
it's nothing, is it?
it's nothing. You can't get. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but when you look at some of the players who are on the pitch right now that we've spent far more than £20 million on, you think it's a bit of a bargain, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he's the player that he seems to be so far.
Well, some of the people, fans of opposing clubs, were saying to me, "Oh, he's a Bayern Munich reject," and I was like, "Well, Bayern Munich are hardly like shrinking violets in European football."
I know, and also he's not even that much of a reject. He's played 20 games from this season.
Yeah.
Like he's not like,
I was surprised that he
sat
wasn't
on
allowed
like
to play
Phil Jones
in the Europa League just because he picks up a yellow card against.
Corner
you can tell he was an integral part of their team.
Yeah. Go on, Fred. Good pass. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, you got a bit of time. This is nice from United. Good start. Luke Shaw on the right. Overlapping from Dallo. Plays it to him. Clip it in. Oh, good whip on that, wasn't there? Jesus. Go on, Victor. He's done well there, Victor Lindelof. And Martinez is just composed as fuck, isn't he? Look at Luke Shaw playing right wing at the minute.
That's been something that's been tremendous under Ten Hag, is the fluidity of players moving in and out of position.
See, we've got Fred playing left back at the minute, and Luke.
But
Shaw
they fill
right.
in. Do you know what I mean? We've had it in the past where, everyone was either under Van Gaal where it was too static and everyone had to stay in certain areas. But now they're always filling in for each other.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot, and I mention this all the time, but. We talked about it a lot before the season. We looked at some analysis, and Ethan put it together of how Ten Hag played with Ajax, and that was a big thing. His systems themselves are very rigid. Yeah. You have to have these players in these positions, but the players within that system are allowed and encouraged to change position and rotate with each other. So he's strict on positioning, but not strict on
who is doing the job.
Yeah. which is good.
And the thing is, when you're going to implement a system like that, is that you have to have players of a certain intelligence.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had them for a while.
No, that's the good
Football
point.
brain is a thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
Yeah, of course.
I thought Rashford was going to be in there.
What did you say? Jesse Lingard would never be able to. That's terrible. Sure.
To be fair though, Luke Shaw was one that was slated by Mourinho. One he basically saying he was thick, saying if he had my brain or he needs to use his own brain.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like.
The only thing thick about Luke Shaw is the slices of bread that he has.
What's your favourite? Warburton's toasted. What's the one above that? That's just called like doorstop or whatever.
The one in green.
Yeah, the green one.
Green?
Yeah, have you not seen
green
it?
Warburtons?
Honestly,
You get like 4 slices in it, but it's this big.
Yeah, I'm telling you, your mattress
That's what you need
is
for a
thinner.
hangover.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost unbearable. Actually, it's so thick.
It's too much.
I
man.
do sleep on bread.
What? Inbred?
On bread.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
Wake
said
up, take a bite.
Warburton's green. Oh my god, super toasty.
Yeah.
It is warm in here.
Look at the thickness on that. Look at the thickness on that, Joe.
Bloody hell.
You can't use it in some toasters. It's so thick.
Really? Oh.
No, not because it don't fit legally.
Yeah.
It's considered to be. Jamie Oliver's had his way with it.
Legally. It's against the law. Come on.
Did you eat last night? Before? Obviously, you must have had something in your stomach to take it out.
Yeah, Dixie's chicken.
Use your loaf. Go on, Rashford.
Go on.
Go on.
Rashford in the box, hits it. Blocked by some sort of fusion between Jamie Vardy and Johnny Evans there in terms of looks.
Rashford playing on. Yeah, he's on.
He just hits it now, doesn't he? He just twats it.
Yeah, because you know he's got such a powerful shot. I bet it spooks a lot of the keepers.
Calzone in the comments says, if United happen to win the league this season, will the Joes shave their hair and leave the beards?
Would you?
No.
No. I'm taking
Corner.
stuff to try and grow my hair.
Yeah, but you grow back.
Would it?
Nah.
Probably not.
If you went like 0 all over, I think your hair would see that as an excuse to just not come back.
Yeah, it'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's what, that's what Vialli used to do. So there's an Italian theory that like mothers believe if you shave your hair when it gets to a certain length, and it'll grow back thicker and it'll be with you for a long time. So Vialli believed this. He used to have a really big afro, shaved his hair and it just didn't come back.
No.
Rest in peace to the great Jean-Luc Vialli. But yeah, that's why that's ended up going bald.
I want to see this.
Well, would you have you not seen Vialli with a fro?
No.
Oh, that's brilliant. Would you not just like fuck it all off? You've got I know,
Not
like,
too big of an head.
I don't know. I always think
I've got
people
a
who go
massive
bald tend to
forehead.
have like a decent head
Stop
for it.
it,
Like I don't know
What?
what's your head like for nowhere. Have you ever done it?
I had it really short when I was a kid, but it's not great. It's a bit round.
It's like Jay's got a good head.
Yeah, Jay's works
Jay's
well.
got a good head. But he's got a small head as well. I've
Yeah.
got a massive head.
Yeah. If you shave your head, there'd be people trying
This
to
is
hollow
like
it
a
out and put
normal
it out
size
for
head.
Halloween.
Nah, it's big.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a big head.
Jacko
Come
over it.
on, you know.
Is it lumpy? That's it.
Is it lumpy?
It's nice.
Is it?
It doesn't look that thin.
Yeah, it's because I've been growing it for ages. Got these new this new drug. Son's got. I've sprayed a bit in my hair.
How many pumps?
10.
10 pumps. Looking at it.
It's been a while.
2 tablets and wash my hair with this shampoo.
Oh, that's not
Smells
good.
like lemons.
Little 2 on 3.
Would you not just get like the stuff Rooney did?
Well, it doesn't
Costs
sound-
quite a bit.
Does it? Yeah.
4 or 5 grand.
Get someone to sponsor Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah,
Johnny's
all
hair.
3 of us get a hair transplant.
Yeah.
Not a bad shout.
Bit risky there, United. Just a bit of a counter-attack from Leicester.
Is Maguire on the bench?
No, he's out.
injured?
He's injured at the minute, yeah. Ten Hag said that before the game that he's injured.
Would Maguire have been starting, do you think?
That's what I was. Yeah, ahead of Lindelof.
Madison.
Leicester started decent, eh?
Yeah, just having a couple of minutes, aren't they? Yeah, McTominay back on the bench as well, which I think is
Nice
good to
to see
see.
him,
Just
We might get a bit of time today if
Yeah.
we're winning.
Ten Hag said, every player counts, talking about McTominay. I think we have the busiest schedule in Europe, so we need everyone, and this lineup shows that. Fair enough. Still lacking in those forward areas off the bench, aren't we?
Yeah.
But Sancho's on there, which is good. Oh, it's poor from
Oh,
Fred
no. Not going to be good. Great ball.
Madison's on here. It's a brilliant save from De Gea. That's a fantastic
That was
save.
an incredible save.
Shocking from Fred. Absolutely
Very
shit
poor.
from Fred there. Giving the ball away on the halfway line. Look at this. He gets the ball and just passes it.
So well. He just
Passes it straight to Madison. Oh, not Madison. Harvey Barnes.
What a bit of play there from them two, Leicester.
That's a great save, De Gea. The thing with De Gea is he don't even have to move. He's just in the right position there. Just hits his hand because he's got his hand perfectly placed. But Fred there, you can't give the ball away on the halfway line. You can't do it. It's one of them you go, oh, it's tricky because he's being pressed, but those sorts of mistakes cost you games. Yeah. And if you have to boot it out and scream at someone because you've got no passes on, you can do it. But what you can't do is just give it straight to them to run through on our defence.
Yeah. I think Fred's a great player in the second half of the pitch.
Yeah.
in the first half, just stay away from there.
He's a really good offensive presser.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
offensive, defensive type player.
Yeah.
Like in their half, he's a brilliant defensive player, winning the ball back quickly, pressing, working there. But in front of our goal or around the halfway line, I just don't trust him at all. Playing a few long balls at the minute, United, pumping it up. They're trying to win those second balls.
Go on. They're all playing a bit more central there.
See Fred even going long there. Bruno with a great cross. Rashford.
Ooh.
I think he thought
Well
he was going to
worked
get
that.
tackled there. That was a brilliant cross from Bruno, first time. Well done, Maguire. Well done. Take your time.
Bruno.
See, we're much more than usual, so I'm assuming it must be a instruction from Ten Hag. We're playing a lot of long crossfield balls, aren't we? Or long balls.
Trying to switch the play up a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep them on their toes.
Come on.
It's not working too well.
No.
Nope. Great bit of space.
Iheanacho comes wide and it's a really...
Oh, well done.
To be fair, he got
Lindelof.
lucky there, Iheanacho, because that shot was so bad that the only reason it got anywhere near is because Lindelof deflected it. But again, we're just missing out in midfield.
Two very good
Long
chances
ball
for
from De
Leicester
Gea.
in 10 minutes, though.
Vegos doesn't win the ball. And Sabitzer just gets
broke.
Nudged out of the way. Fred's not really doing anything.
Who's marking there, though?
Iheanacho's shot is terrible. Good turn from Madison, that, innit?
Leicester started the best in the first 10
Yeah,
minutes.
definitely.
Poor shot from... poor touch from Iheanacho as well.
I hate that when it's at home and the opposing team sort of
Give it for a
dictates.
bit.
You know, like you should go out there with your chest out saying, "Listen, you're coming on our turf now."
Yeah.
Let's play.
Especially when we've been so good at home this season. Corner to Leicester, punched away by De Gea.
Good punch that.
Iheanacho across the goal, out for a goal kick. I think.
Yeah, great start to the game for Leicester. We need to get back into this, get the ball a bit.
This is the worry, innit? It's like we're trying to force second ball situations by playing it long, but when we don't win the second balls, they're just straight through on our defence. I think we need one of Fred or Sabitzer to just sit a little bit deeper, hold the space a little bit.
It's a nice day in Manchester.
Shit past that again.
Did you see your house when you were skydiving?
No, I don't live in Blackpool.
Well, you did, I hope, weren't you?
Yeah.
Probably was visible.
It was quite a cloudy day.
Were you above the clouds?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah. 7,500 feet.
Imagine
man.
coming through the clouds, Joe. Like that scene from Godzilla.
But you can go higher.
What a scene, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
You can go up to 15,000 feet is the highest you can go.
Is it?
And there's an extra 130 quid to do that, so I'm going to do it again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
But go more.
If you fancy it, I'd come with.
Nah.
Do you think they'd let us put a GoPro on?
Yeah. No, I asked that. You have to obviously got to pay for their equipment and so on. They do like a documentary for you if you want.
Yeah.
120
Documentary,
quid.
like follow you around for the weeks building up to it.
No. Yeah, they get Louis Theroux in.
Have like little talking heads.
What was your lasting memory of Joe McGrath?
Just need to hold the ball a bit, United, I think. They're pressing high. They're just following the sort of Leeds blueprint, aren't they? Of when we have the ball, push really high and we'll lose it.
Play.
Yeah.
That was good from Bruno. Come on, Fred. Well done. Well done again. Just a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it?
It is. We need to get on it a bit more. It's like a Rio. Are you all sad about Lilt, by the way?
No, it still exists, doesn't it? They're just changing the name of it. There's nothing sad about that.
There it is.
Like when they
I
call.
was never really a big fan of Lil.
Like when we called Ineos FC after next season, I won't make a fuss. What's it called? Tropical Whiff or something?
This is
Fanta.
Rio.
No, no. Lilt.
Lilt.
Do you want a Rio?
I'd love a Rio, please.
Oh, there's some in the shop.
Oh, cheers. We're sponsored by these.
No, they're nice though, aren't they? I think
I
that's
think I love it. I don't think I've ever had one of these.
If you're not, it's way better than Lilt.
There's a lot going on.
You think Lilt's good? Wow. It's
Orange,
like a fizzy on bongo,
guava,
isn't it?
Apricot, mango, and passion fruit.
Jesus, I forgot apricot.
Yeah, it's like everything that's.
How is that the thing of all of those fruits?
Bang it into
That's
a
the only
blender.
one of those fruits that grows native in England, and you're going mad about
Yeah, well,
it.
have you never had apricot juice, have you?
No, I haven't actually. Passion fruit.
Passion fruit's a weird name for a fruit.
It is, isn't it? Why is it called that?
Maybe because it's from the island of Passion.
What's the island of Passion?
You,
Anglesey.
do you want an invite?
What do you mean the island of
I
Passion?
don't know, just made it up.
Right.
Passion
Well, maybe
Island.
it started in Passion.
What, the fruit?
What are you saying?
The fruit started in this place called Passion.
Is that a real place?
No, but I'm just guessing.
Thanks,
If
Ethan.
it gets something to do with that, yeah.
Say that sentence again. Right.
What do you
Leicester 3-on-3 again. I don't like this.
Fucking.
Hold
Oh,
on,
good
Fred.
block.
I don't like our current method of playing, which is pass it around with no penetration whatsoever, give the ball away, and they have a 2-on-2 counter-attack with us.
Yeah.
That's not really sustainable. That it's like watching us under fucking Van Gaal today.
What came first? The name of the colour orange or orange?
The fruit came first. The colour was named after the fruit.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep. Corner to Leicester, Leicester.
The passion fruit is so called because it is one of the many species of passion flower, the English translation of the Latin genus name Passiflora. So there you go. I didn't know. So they're English passion fruits.
No. Surely not.
Are they English?
No, I can't bear. I can't believe that. I can't bear it.
What's your
I don't want to
favourite
believe
fruit?
it.
My favourite fruit to eat or to drink? Lychee.
Lychee?
Yeah.
You talk shit.
All right then. My other favourite fruit. I love all types of melon. I like the juicy boys.
You like a big juicy melon?
Yeah, I love a big juicy melon. I love. I like a grapefruit as well, but it's not up there. Not number one, I know. Brazil.
Brazil.
Passion fruits from Brazil.
Ecuador, Australia,
Also
New Zealand.
Ecuador, Australia, New Zealand. An absolute vast array of countries there. What's your favourite fruit?
I like a pomegranate, but a bit of a pain in the
Oh,
ass.
they
So
are
I like
good.
the taste of them, but it's a lot of effort for what you get back out of
Yeah.
it. Pomegranates are like the lobster of the fruit world.
They are. I always think that the sort of the monkey nut of the fruit world.
Yeah, it's like we can't be asked, you know.
Yeah.
Getting into something shouldn't take that long to get into. Joe, when you're digging some fruit,
What
you after?
like a cherry.
Oh,
A
cherries
cherry?
are good. Good idea.
I like a cherry. What's
Oh,
wrong
I
with a
said
cherry?
good idea.
I don't
You
know.
said pomegranate?
I like cherries.
I like. Oh. Yeah.
I love mangoes.
I like strawberry jam.
That's not a fruit. What's your next favourite fruit? Fruit pastels? Jam? What's your favourite fruit? Jam. Nutella. So there's two things. There was cherries, which now I think about it is probably cherry jam, isn't it?
No, I do like the sort of sugared cherries.
Fuck's sake. Can we just have a
The
normal
ones that you
fruit
used to get like in a tin.
Yeah, they're fucking well nice, aren't
in
they?
the fruit salad in the tin?
Yeah.
What about an actual fresh fruit?
I like an apple.
Oh God,
What the fuck's wrong with an apple?
it's just so boring, isn't it?
What do you mean, boring? Right, what if I said, oh, a big juicy apple? Does that make it fucking better? Boring.
What type of apple? Granny Smith?
Fanny Smith.
Fanny Sniff. Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
Leicester are doing the best here to score. United not looking good at all so
I'm not
far.
too fussed about what type of apple.
No, I'm not either.
I like a crisp one.
It's done that the great world of come on so much.
Sorry.
Like for example, seedless grapes. Where did that? What? That's genetically like modified grapes, isn't it?
All fruit and veg are. Fred again unable to receive the ball.
And now they've got grapes that taste like candy floss.
Yeah.
What?
Have you not seen these?
Genetically modified grapes taste like candy
You
floss.
shouldn't be messing with nature, man.
They all mess back.
Have you seen Jurassic Park? I'm doing with that. Candy floss grape.
Yeah. They sell them in Marks and Spencer's. And in Tesco.
I love there's so much we could do to trying to help like the diseases around the world, but don't fuck a cure for cancer. We've got the candy floss grape for
we don't need that, yeah.
You do get that.
Have you ever had a golden kiwi?
No, I'm not massive.
Golden kiwi? What's that like in Quidditch?
Kiwis always just too much like a testicle, aren't they?
Kiwis are one of the best fruits for you. De Gea giving the ball away.
I heard that a fact the other day. When was that? Was that
what?
A Kiwi fact the other day.
Fred giving the ball away. I hate to focus on it because I know it's a bit.
But Fred's a bit
unfair.
But let's give credit where it's due. That was a good interception by Fred.
He then gave the ball away though afterwards.
He was hardly in control of it.
When Dave sticks by a player, he sticks by him.
Yeah.
I'm the sort of mate you want, right?
Yeah. Unless it's the other side.
Yeah.
That's good. Fair ghost. What's this?
It's
you bought this?
Yeah. Well,
what is
been
it?
Handed a prop. This is the first time in Watchalong we've been
Clean
handed a
green
prop.
super.
Just going everywhere.
What the fuck?
Oh, Joe.
You could have told me what it fucking was.
What the hell?
Look at that.
What is it?
It's like green cocaine. What is it?
I don't fucking know what it is. He just handed it me, and I went, "What
oh
is
my
it?
God, Ethan, what's going on?
Is this anthrax?"
We're all gonna
He handed
die.
it me and just went, I don't know, just look at it, I bought it. Why am I looking at this? Why am I covered in it?
Wearing it.
Game's still 0-0.
Game's gone. Leicester
We need
attacking down the right hand
Look
side.
how we've just done a podcast. Oh, what a save!
What a save from De Gea, but
That
this
is a
shambolic,
world-class save. Honestly, it's like, you know, you ever seen The Undertaker when they used to carry The Undertaker?
Oh, the urn.
The urn, it was like that. Hey, Joe, leave it.
Paul Bearer was it?
Look at this save.
Iguana's ashes all over me. Phenomenal save. United is shocking at the moment.
Yeah, not good.
We're playing absolutely
I want to look
shit.
at this thing.
Great save, that. Thankfully, De Gea's having one of his best days.
This is United absolutely need to step it up.
Oh, Leicester honours again. I told you, come for it.
No control again in centre midfield.
Shocking. Fred can't stop giving the ball away. De Gea can't stop giving the ball away. Well done, Weghorst. Go, 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 go.
Get up.
Weghorst is giving the ball away.
Fucking
We're
hell.
fucking shocking here. Come on. Well done. Who's that to? No one. Oh, Rashford's there. Getting dominated here at the minute, United.
Absolutely battered. Can I have a look at that green thing, please?
Don't open it.
I won't open it, I swear. I just want to know why he gave it to you, Ricky.
I don't know why he gave it me. He didn't tell me what it was. He didn't say what to do with it. He just gave it me and went, something I bought. So
Dirty servings.
Dirty what?
Dirty.
Dirty
Basically,
servings.
yeah, what I've like the one that you've got for
Athletic Greens.
Yeah. It's got 8 superfoods all blended in one.
What's the legal requirement that you have to meet to be able to be called a superfood? Or can you just call anything a superfood?
Do you have to have powers?
Well, what powers has a blueberry got?
I don't know. Would you have it?
Yeah, why not?
I like a blueberry actually.
Want a dab?
Yeah, I'll have a go, yeah. You go.
Yeah. Can we have a dab, Ethan?
You have a go, Ethan.
I wouldn't take the lid off it.
I'm not going to take the lid off it, no. No, you get...
You need to put some water and stir it.
Oh, it's a drink.
How much did it cost?
30 grand.
20 quid, and Joe's wearing half of it.
I know, yeah. I've got 2 quid on me. United need to just hold the ball
You've
better
ruined
here.
the wrist
Just
there,
take your
aren't you?
time.
So weird.
What qualifies as a superfood? A food that is rich in compounds considered beneficial to a person's health. That seems very loose to me. United dispossessed again. Leicester just running through on our defence.
Leicester having a time of their lives.
It's interesting that we've decided to play this game with no midfield, isn't it? That's a tactic I've not really seen before.
Even the counter, we're not quick enough. Fucking hell. Are you mad? Every single player is shit today. Including Anthony.
Really
That
poor.
was a joke.
This is what I was worried might happen, you know. Do you know when I said we might get absolutely Leeds'd again? This is the Leeds game, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
we're holding
Casemiro,
on.
isn't it? Again, the factor.
A big factor, definitely. Not able to hold the ball at all. Bruno's sulking about.
Yeah, and Bruno sometimes just goes missing.
Yeah, he's playing on the right again, surprisingly. I think it's Weghorst in the number 10. Garnacho getting skinned here. Come on, you sprint! Order Luke Shaw. Fucking hell. If you're defending, you've got to defend properly. He's just jogging back there, Garnacho. You need to try harder than that.
Someone needs to step up here and become a bit of a leader.
Not this one, is it? Dallo does well here, because otherwise it's probably going to be 2-1 there. 1-0, sorry. 2-1. De Gea going long again. Weghorst just nods it back to their defender.
What is going on?
And the possession gets turned over again. There we go. That's a great pass. Rashford's on here.
Is he on?
Rashford's through on
He's
goal.
on?
Get in! Is he on?
Rashford scored. I
he
think
on?
he was on.
Oh,
Fucking hell, how's
great
that
goal.
happened? We're
There we
shocking, absolutely shocking, and next thing you know, Rashford scored.
That's
Just
the
where he is at the
The
minute.
hallmark of a fantastic player, isn't it?
That's where he is at the minute,
I
isn't he?
just want to watch this pass.
Jesus Christ.
I
Well
really
done,
wanna
Bruno.
watch it.
Nod on there from Weghorst, goes to no one. That's a shocking pass from their
Yeah,
defender.
keep an eye.
Sabitzer, beautiful pass.
Oh, he's well on.
Miles
Well
onside.
on.
Beautiful
Good
pass from Bruno
fucking
Fernandes.
Great run.
And it's good as well. Garnacho's run on the side just means that, is it Fabianski in goal? It's not Fabianski, is it? The Leicester goalkeeper, anyway, is just second guessing what he's going to do there. It's Ward in goal.
Sabitzer as well.
And
really
Rashford, trademark, drills it across goal, bottom corner. That's his little routine,
Side
isn't it,
netting,
Rashford?
isn't it?
Yeah.
He looked up there, didn't he, to Garnacho to make
Yeah, it just
sure.
gives him the eyes and it's 1-0. But that is... Yeah,
That's
look,
the sort of clinical striking that we need. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I think Tenag's been talking about when we're not playing well, because our opportunities in front of the box might not be
brilliant.
a lot, and that's why we need to have strikers like Marcus Rashford, who for me is the best striker in the world on form at the moment. I don't think anyone can doubt that.
No.
Stick your
Got
heart.
a little
Ethan, the
problem here.
TV's gone off here.
Just shake the mouse, I think.
No, it's this telly. But that is against the run of play, to say the least, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with United at the minute, but I wouldn't say we don't deserve it, because we've created a brilliant chance there, but we've not. That's the first chance we've made all day.
Yeah, but
Leicester
you
have had 4 or
think
5.
that Leicester might see that as a bit of a sucker punch, given that they've had the majority of the ball and chances.
Yeah. Yeah. Bloody hell. Joe, thoughts?
No, I thought it was a little bit against the run of play. This will shock Leicester now.
Yeah.
World class pass by Bruno. Let's not
Yeah.
forget to actually see that run. Why are Leicester leaving Marcus Rashford with so much space? I know they were on the pushing up a bit, but I'm stunned that one of the best players in the world's got
Mad.
himself into a situation like that. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Sabitzer as well, getting the ball and making a run straight away. He intercepts and he runs and he cracks on. So all good.
Good now. Yeah, good stuff
So
from
brilliant.
Sabitzer there.
But
that's
Leicester
shocking from Sabitzer. What's he doing there? He looks up, sees there's no pass on, and just clips it into 3 Leicester players. We've got to be a bit smarter at the minute.
Do you think we're expecting too much from Sabitzer to be, when did he come 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but
and then to be put straight into a central
no,
midfield.
I think he needs to get some credit for the job he's doing. I think he's been really good. Like I said, I'd on current form, I'd be willing to pick him up for next season. But stuff like that, it's just sort of lazy football, isn't it? You look up, there's no pass on.
Yeah,
Instead of trying to do something
yeah.
sensible, you just go, I'll kick you up anyway. Go on, Fred. Well done, Fred.
Oh, come on.
But, wow. Matthew Lovett says white strawberries absolutely game changing. Have you had one of them?
Why? No.
I didn't think you could eat them. I thought that's when they weren't ready.
I've had a purple carrot.
Have you? You sure
Yeah,
it was a purple
that
carrot?
does,
Was it?
yeah.
It went through the wall in a public toilet, was it?
No.
Where'd you get yours?
Wow!
Oh.
Look at that. It's like United away kit, that, isn't it?
What's the difference then?
Just white and that.
That's it.
There you go, Ethan. If you can go close on that, on these puppies. This is a white strawberry.
Puppies.
Oof! Look at it. It's a bit spooky, that, isn't it? Some sort of albinism going on there.
Is it sweeter than the red one then? I don't know the difference.
And the rest. I don't know. White strawberries. Let's have a look. They're called white pearl strawberries, and yep, they're totally white instead of red.
And that's it.
The white pearl strawberries have white flesh and are entirely white on the outside, giving slightly ghostly vibes, if we're honest.
If we're honest,
www.delish.com.
Delish.
Matthias Delish, place for Bayern Munich. How you feeling, Joe?
Just my head's all warm, so I'm just putting this on my head.
Yeah.
You need some real clean greens.
Yeah, you do. Want some clean greens?
We shouldn't be saying that, should we?
Oh.
These players. Suppose they were all drinking Rio. Ethan.
Marcus Rashford, eh? Thoughts?
Amazing. Even better than I'd hoped. This is his best season in a Manchester United shirt.
Oh, by a country mile.
I think I've been saying the last couple of weeks what's happened now. I think Marcus Rashford has gone from the boy to the man, and now the leading in Manchester United. He put it out more.
He is. This is now officially his greatest ever goal scoring season as a professional footballer. 23 goals in all competitions, which is obviously amazing because it's not even, well, we're halfway through February.
Yeah.
And we've played less games now than we would have another season at this time because of the World Cup. So
I was concerned about the World Cup.
Remarkable.
I was concerned him coming back from the World Cup, and he's just been. I think they were showing before the game. I think post World Cup is only Karim Benzema who's up close to Matt Rashford, but he's scored more goals than anyone.
Yeah.
What? How old is he right now? 26.
25, I think.
25.
Yeah, just turned 25 in
Happy birthday.
at the end of October. 31st of October is Halloween, his birthday. Is that Halloween?
Yeah.
Is that Halloween?
I wasn't sure if it was the November one.
What November one?
Actually, 30 days have November. There is no 31st. Bonfire night.
Isn't there a 31st?
Of November, no?
30 days have September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February, which has got 28 for some reason, and that ruins the rhyme. That's the song.
Wonder when that was decided.
I know this. I can't remember it though. Good touch, Madison there.
Oh,
that's wide.
Good football by Leicester.
I can't. The term Dewsbury Hall sounds like a wedding venue for like people from Only Ways Essex, doesn't it?
It's a place in it, Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
We'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
married.
yeah.
Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall.
And yet he's playing for Leicester right now. What's your favourite unusual fruit?
What do you mean?
Like a white strawberry or
Dragon fruit.
the flat peaches? A dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit's good.
Dragon fruit is good.
I don't think I have many.
Well, black currant jam maybe.
Black currant jam. I like
Instead of
pineapples.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But they're not unusual,
No,
are
they've
they?
hit the mainstream, haven't they? They've hit the big time.
Can you imagine the first time British people saw a pineapple, though?
Yeah.
I bet that sent proper heads.
I tell you what, do you know in the
Weatherspoons?
Victorian era, and I think pre-Victorian era,
Tudors.
they used to, no, not that pre. You could hire a pineapple to have in your house for the evening for like if you're having like a dinner party and you invite your mates around, you get a pineapple,
Like a
put
centrepiece.
it on the mantelpiece or the centre of the table to
Wow.
show sort of wealth and decadence, and then you give it back the next day. You could hire them out
Jesus.
because they were the height of like
Then who-
culture and travel and sophistication. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, people
Who
were
eats
well
it
obsessed with
eventually?
it. Huh?
Who eats the pineapple eventually?
Probably just some poor bloke who's renting them out, I'd have thought. Some explorer.
You get a decent lifespan out of them, though.
Yeah, they last a couple of weeks, easy, don't they? Pineapple.
I've never been a massive fan of coconut. That's another.
Yeah, it's a strange fruit that it's eaten. One sec, free kick to United. Edge of the box, Garnacho skies it. It's one of the few fruits that's eaten more in its dried form than it is in its fresh form.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not
far
many
too
of
much
them.
hard work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's rubbish. I don't like it.
coconut.
Coconuts. It's dead.
I love it. I like a coconut cake. My mum made a coconut tart for my birthday a few years ago. Oof. Love it. Bit of jam, desiccated coconut, pastry base.
The desiccated
Desiccated
coconut. What does
coconut,
that
yeah.
even mean, though?
Desiccated,
Coconut.
sort of shredded up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those little tiny little flakes.
I make coconut bread sometimes with desiccated coconut. I'm doing the keto diet.
Decimated coconut. Can you have coconut bread on a keto diet? What's that then?
You can have you can have like desiccated coconut.
But how is it? How are you breading it?
With shitload of eggs and flour, or like egg gluten-free flour and xanthan something or other.
Xanthan gum.
Yeah, xanthan gum. That's it. It's a fuckload of eggs. I'm telling you that much.
Really?
It's a lot of eggs.
Coconut omelette.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Isn't it mad that?
Well, coconut oil's really good for you.
Yeah.
Are eggs in normal bread?
Some breads.
Like what?
In any leavened bread, there's eggs in it. Like a brioche, there's eggs in that. But there's no eggs in like Warburton's toasty.
No.
The ones that are really light and like yellowy texture, yellowy colour, they've got egg in.
Oh, right.
I do like a brioche.
Yeah, brioche is nice, isn't it? Oh, Caramel Cup final on Sunday! You excited, Joe?
Am I here with?
You're here.
I won't be drinking.
You too.
Don't worry. I'll be on my best.
You better be
behaviour.
fresh as a daisy.
Of course I will be. I'm doing the big one.
Yeah, that's true. How you feeling now, Joe?
In terms of the game, I think we've got control. I see us get the second one here.
Yeah.
Go on.
That goal has changed everything, hasn't it? Well done, Rashford. The goal's changed a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's not took the wind out of Leicester's sail, so to speak.
Yeah. Do you know? Is there a possibility, do you think, that the number 9 that United are looking for that we need is Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, is there?
In that, really, we just need more wingers and more options off the sides.
Yes, it's a good argument, and he's making it himself, isn't
Yeah.
he? Really, he's always said he wanted to play through the middle.
Would you have him there?
Yeah,
He's playing there now. For reference, if anyone's not watching the game, it's like seems to be Bruno on the right, Vegas as a number 10, and Rashford as a number 9 down the middle.
For me, I always doubted him and saw him because I thought he was a little bit before this season. He was a bit too slight and a bit more like a whip it down the wing, cutting in. But I mean, the goals speak for themselves, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Now he's added that sort of aerial presence a little.
That's
bit.
what I mean. He's not scoring headers and stuff. Yeah, he's all
well,
round
which
game.
he never used to get. Or I think he didn't get enough. Iheanacho versus Martinez. There's only one winner there, isn't there? It's just
Fucking
brilliant.
great
Just
tackle.
brilliant, isn't he?
What a sack.
Times it, sticks his leg in, wins the ball. Oh, and Fred, if he puts 5% more power on that, Rashford's through. Good effort though from Fred. Mendy.
We saw weird playing football in front of like 70,000.
How many were there when you played at Goodison Park?
About 10.
1,000?
That was good. No.
Can you believe he's played football at Goodison Park on the?
Yeah, why not? What was it
bad.
for?
Everton needed me. They were having a bad
Needed you to get off by 2:15. That's what they needed. Everton needed me. Do you not remember when he played up front?
It was
when Duncan Ferguson was caretaker.
Right,
McGrath got 3 appearances for Everton. And he went under the radar because they were winning matches, so it was him and Moise Keane were coming off the bench in the 80th minute. Imagine. Fucking hell. Oh, look at that. I've never seen someone tackle themselves until just now. Come on, veg horse. Bruno's on.
Behind you.
Well done.
Go on! Oh, you've got to get that in the back of the net.
You've got to use your left foot there. Why has he not used his left foot there? That's really, really poor finishing there. Great run in the first place from Dallo. Times the pass to Bruno perfectly. Bruno Fernandes onside. An incredible pass from Bruno. He's onside as well.
It's harder to miss that.
Has to go in.
It's harder to miss than it was to score. He's done all the hard work.
You've got to use your left foot there.
I don't even understand.
You've got to be left foot on it. Surely.
I don't understand that.
Needs to give credit for Vegas in that move.
Vegas did well
on the halfway line.
Dallo did well.
Deep.
Bruno did well.
Definitely getting more in front of this.
Easier said than done, putting the ball in the back of the net, innit? Fucking hell, that's probably game over as well if that goes in. That's not a foul, is it? God, that's poor, that. Isn't it mad how, like, there is just it's so much more difficult passing the ball in the bottom corner of the net than it is passing a 40-yard ball to feet. Like,
because the pressure on you.
Yeah, just whatever it is, these players... If Dallo is passing to the back post there and it's Fred, a 5-yard pass, he makes it 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, it's because he's used to doing that thing, isn't he, rather?
It's amazing, isn't it? Hitting an accurate pass into the bottom corner of the goal
Yeah.
is 10 times harder than it is the same pass.
Well, they always used to say about Michael Owen, didn't they? Like, if Michael Owen had too much time to think in front of goal, he'd always miss.
Yeah.
But if it was more of a sort of natural...
Instinctive,
yeah.
Interesting, isn't it? Have you got that sort of eye of the tiger, Joe?
Now and again,
You're currently
I'm on the
staring
Insta.
at a tripod there. Is everything okay?
No, I'm looking at the TV.
How's the training going?
Don't ask him that now.
What for?
Now is it now? I thought you and Joe were doing like trying to get fit.
We're starting next week
again.
If Joe,
it's the third time this year.
No,
you
because
started
we've
again.
been doing this. Oh no, we've got a PT.
Oh,
we've got a PT starting next week. 12-week program. Joe's refusing to send the videos in of his body. It's basically you've got to do 2 press-ups, do a little squat, and send a video. And it took me 3 minutes this morning. Joe can't bring himself to do it.
With clothes on?
Yeah. Well, you don't. No.
Not right now. I can't do it now, can I? Look at me.
No, but now's why you should do it.
Yeah.
Because then you'll feel well better about yourself.
And also, take your progress pics now, because let alone 12 weeks, you'll lose half a stone in 12 hours. Do you know what I mean? Take your progress pics at your worst. That's what I always say.
What's your goal?
Just get through to summer.
Just live to 40. Get through to summer.
It can't be easy for you though with like your job.
No, my job is
fucking hell.
But it's good fun as well. Can't
Yeah.
complain.
Sounds like you're complaining, mate.
Yeah, Ash is going to be spooked with RPT when I tell him some of the stuff.
Yeah, because you have to put like your habits down and your eating and stuff.
My habits.
The word habit.
Just give him a link.
What do you think, pal?
What do you eat this week? Yeah,
I've got a series called Sloppy Joes and another series called Takeaway Champions. What do you think my eating habits are like? Takeaway Champions. Taken away in an ambulance.
Taken away in an ambulance. Jesus, such a tit.
To be fair, though, you eat far less takeaways than people might think, actually. You don't eat the... But I mean...
on the bar.
What do you mean by that?
I don't mean looking at you. I mean because of... They'll see a video of you... No. I'm being nice. You're not
being nice at all.
No. What I mean is, if they watch a video of you and you've got the world's best chip butty, or you've got a deep fried pizza bagel, or
Deep fried pizza.
What was it? The
bagel.
pizza
I've
one?
only had a couple of them.
Yeah, the pizza burger. What was it?
It was a pizza burger.
Yeah, but if people saw that, they would think Jesus. But you often will have 1 or 2 bites and then give it to your friend. So that's what I'm saying.
I often bring stragglers with me.
Right, okay.
Like my mate Daryl.
So I don't mean looking at your body. I mean looking at your output. People would think you eat more takeaways than you do. I was trying to be nice. Sorry. Your diet's actually better than
it's not
a lot of people.
You bought me lunch today.
That's true. Fred's shot is so bad it's just
best.
Not Marcus Rashford out for 2 weeks.
Rashford.
I don't think this was a foul here, by the way. Just giving a foul again. Is that hurt him? Jesus Christ! Imagine that.
Yeah, that would be the worry, isn't it? If Rashford ends up.
Fred's shots are so shit that they've injured Marcus Rashford.
I said Fred will score as well.
Fred Astaire.
Still time.
We need another goal, United.
It's definitely quieted them down, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Do you think that wig, that hair, is just sort of passed around Premier League? Ooh, that's
a bit, sir.
That's bad,
You
actually.
are bad. That is.
Oh, that might be a red card. That.
Are you looking?
I don't know. Certainly, minimum a yellow. Yeah, that hair is just sort of passed around Premier League centre backs, isn't it?
The David Luiz.
The David Luiz, the Colaccini.
Yeah.
And now you've got it here for this Leicester centre back.
I think they're checking.
Just adds an extra 2%, I think.
Well, Fellaini started it, didn't he?
Fellaini,
He had
of
more
course.
volume in his.
His was voluminous. His didn't have the bounce.
Yeah.
They're not checking that, are they?
I don't know.
Do you have a big hair regime with yours?
I think they are
just a bit
checking
of
it.
olive oil. It's more. The thing is, it's more of a kick than it is a stamp. He flicks his leg at it a bit. He doesn't like drive through it. It's like a flick of the leg, and the point of contact is studs on knee, which is really bad. But I think that stops it being a red card is there's no follow through, is there? There's no weight behind it.
He didn't even get a yellow for it, did he?
No, we can't give a yellow with VAR.
Ah.
You can give a goal
We can't give me a red card, but we're going to give Leicester a goal for that foul. Remember stuff like that at school? That foul's so bad they're getting a penalty. Yeah, but it was in our box.
Are you cooking a roast dinner tonight?
No way, surely not.
I might
you might be sticking some meat in the oven.
I wish. No, yeah, I might be. We'll see afterwards.
But I was saying, if you're going to stick your meat in the oven, you got to do it before the United.
Maybe
the
the meat's in the oven.
Is it?
It might be. I'll tell you after the show.
Is this all innuendo?
No, it's nothing
sticking your meat
sex.
in the
It's
oven.
Sunday dinners. Me and Joe are having a Sunday dinner off.
Have you two just arranged to have sex with each other?
No.
I bet you're going to be
Sunday
sticking
dinner.
the meat in the oven after this.
Oh!
What meats do you like?
Is it lamb?
Lamb I'm going to go for, yeah. My dad's a butcher, innit, so.
Is it?
Well, he works at a catering
Plus
company.
United,
They're
centre-back.
butchers. So that's why you got me the Wagyu steaks the other week.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oof.
Is it not just a fatty mess?
No, not at all. It's really nice. I tell you, I had last night. It was slow cooked pork ribs, Italian. They were good.
I love ribs.
They sound unbelievable.
Yeah, they were actually better than the main.
What was the main?
Monkfish
Eels knob.
What the fuck? Where were you?
Monkfish linguine.
Where were you? In the world.
Where's this front room?
You cooked monkfish linguine last night?
Monkfish tail?
No, it's monkfish. You like monkfish?
Oh, the tails are...
Yeah.
It's like lobster almost, isn't it?
I was a bit disappointed with how it's cooked, to be honest. But
That's mad.
I can cook me, Joe.
Yeah.
What makes up the linguine sauce then?
The linguine sauce?
The linguine sauce.
Linguine is
like the cherry tomatoes,
what
red wine reduction, bit of
basil.
Nice.
You're a good cook though, Joe. I've eaten your food.
I love hearing recipes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Joe made some lovely birria tacos that I had once. The only place I've ever had them. Delicious. Yeah, he made a lovely chili sauce to go with them, didn't you?
That was when Daryl swallowed pennies.
Yeah, it was a bad day. Daryl's guts have never recovered.
I need to check how the meat's doing. Actually, I'll drop a text.
He's desperate to be fouled here. Well done, Veg. The thing is, Vegos is good at that, but he could have. It would have been good if he was more productive in the 6-yard box before he had to do that, wouldn't it? Like he tracked back well and won the ball, but then you think, well, yeah, but we wanted you to control it in the box.
Do you think any of these boys might have a little Sunday dinner tonight if they win?
I think they might. I could see. Maguire's not playing, is he?
Sunday dinner would ruin you, though, wouldn't it? Like,
I bet. Yeah. Did they get Monday off?
Couldn't be asked running a 10k the following day after Sunday dinner.
I always thought like they get the day after a game.
I can imagine Rashford having a Sunday dinner.
Can you have sex after a Sunday dinner?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks later, probably.
Do you reckon it's possible?
There's too much going on. But that's why
there's too much going on. What on the plate? You mean?
Depends how much gravy you've got left in the jug. I find.
What, to help you digest it?
No, just lubricant.
Oh right.
Fucking hell, lubricant. Wow.
It's not the it's not the wildest lubricant.
Putting the R in Bista.
What is the wildest lubricant?
When people pee on each other and stuff like that. Have you done that?
A golden shower.
Water sports and stuff.
Doesn't golden shower sound like quite illustrious?
Sounds great. I love
like a golden handshake.
Yeah.
But it's not, is it? It's just
gold.
Ooh.
Great strike.
Just Maddison with a shot there.
Yeah.
Have you cleaned your shower then after you were sick and have you left it to your other half? Yeah.
Cleaned it.
Was she impressed?
She don't know about you.
She wasn't that bad.
Does she know you've been sick?
I'm going to get my phone in a minute and just double check. My phone was on low battery. And I've not had it all game.
That's how you know he's had a big night, because he went to bed without charging his phone up.
Oh.
I saw his phone this morning at 8 AM. It's on 6% battery. I was like, you've had a nice night out. You said you got home at 11:30 though. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go?
I got home early.
Basque.
We went Crazy Pedro's in town. I was in town. It was a guy called Cam's birthday.
Oh, yeah, see you on Instagram.
Is he called Cam's birthday?
No.
Oh.
It's Cam. It was his birthday.
Oh, right, okay.
He was pissed.
Bit of pinball here.
Oh, shit.
Well done, Lindelof. Just a big boot up.
Oh. Ooh. Come on, Marcus.
Great touch.
Oh, good tackle that, to be fair. Bruno round.
Fucking hell, ref! Can this dickhead get a yellow card or what?
The ball.
Just flying through every fucker, diving in like a knobhead.
He got carried away.
He did.
He did very well the first
one.
And because he read Bruno's run, he thought, oh, I've done him here. And then Bruno does him. See, that's a good tackle.
That's a great tackle. But this one here, his head's gone.
Yeah, it's through the back of him. That's a bad tackle, that.
No.
I don't think there's any studs in it.
Bruno does so well to get in front of him.
He does, but he gets none of the ball there. Last kick of the half, this will be.
Free
kick for
Great
United.
to get another goal there.
About
when they point
10 yards out on the side of the 18-yard box. Man United's right-hand side. Good area. An unusual area. You don't get many free kicks.
No, you
around
don't
here.
get many. At all.
Be interesting to see what we do. Probably a
cross
little.
or just one.
You take a shot.
We just lever
Luke
it.
Shaw would be the one, wouldn't he, with his left foot? He stood over it. I reckon he fancies a little shotty. Give it that
They don't
Dimitri
score many
Payet.
free kicks. Do you think the art of free kicks is dying?
Yeah.
I don't know. James Ward-Prowse is clinging on.
But there isn't many. Every team used to have a free kick specialist in every single one, but it doesn't seem to be as.
It shows the fucking ball.
I know. Yeah. Free kick to United. Luke Shaw
Come on,
fancies a
Luke.
little dip and dive here. I bet you. I think this is Luke Shaw going to have a shot. You know,
We're going to score this.
over the bar. Half time then. Manchester United 1, Leicester 0. Weird half that, wasn't it? First 20 minutes, Leicester, I wouldn't say dominated, but certainly had the best chances. What did you make of that?
Yeah,
first half,
David De
John?
Gea keeps us in it for the first half.
Yeah.
Especially with 2 brilliant saves. He's done really, really well. And then going up the other end, just the class of Marcus Rashford just came out of nowhere. Absolute wonderful finish. A great ball by Bruno, but we have been sloppy.
Yeah.
And we have misplaced passes. It looked like everyone was a little bit off the mark at the start. And maybe it's because we've just played loads of games of football recently.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I mean, there's been a hell of a lot of sloppy mistakes, and no matter how many games of football you've made, you should be making them sort of errors, sloppy passes, and people like Sabitzer or Fred. But like you said there, De Gea has kept us with having a clean sheet in the first sort of 20 minutes, and then it was the class of Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes. But they're probably our 2 best players, I'd say, of the game. Fernandes, well, Fernandes, Rashford, and De Gea.
Fucking hell, it's like musical chairs here. Yeah, definitely up there with.
But I think when we went
Rashford's great
1-0 up, it looked more convincing that we were going to be the ones to score another goal.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm more confident now that we'll go on to win the game than I was in the first 20 minutes of it.
We sort of used our goal as a way to get out of the shit, didn't we? Like we were pretty crap until we scored.
Yeah.
Like that was our defence mechanism, really. Get your thoughts in on that first half. Sorry, I'm slightly out of breath doing shuttle runs back and
Cardio.
forth from the thing. Yeah, I'm not very good at cardio. A lot of talk about Fred in the comments. Joe, give me your thoughts on Fred's first half.
He was a bit sloppy in the first half. He made some mistakes, but he does work hard. And there's sometimes in Fred's game, he'll do a lot of good things and he'll do a lot of bad things. And depending on Fred's performance, if you think he's done well or not, is just depending on how many good things compared to bad things.
If Fred scores today, everything that he's done bad in that first half will get missed. There's no middle ground with Fred.
No, there isn't. And I unfortunately think he's done too many bad things in that first half to us to speak too positively about him. But, you know, half time, you can get Takeover can change a couple of things and Fred can come out looking.
Would you do that though? Because I think we've looked shaky at the back. Lindelof hasn't covered himself in any glory with his positional play, and obviously we've got Varane on the bench. Garnacho was quiet. I said before the game had started that, you know, maybe he's better off the bench as an impact player. Obviously we've got Sancho that could maybe come in for him. So I'd be interested to see if Takeover does mix it up. Yeah,
just looking at some of the stats there, Leicester having 11 shots to United's 8, 2 shots to our 1. The best chance of the game by far was Rashford's goal, wasn't it? So the chances we made were better. United had more completed passes, but less passes in the final third. Leicester just looking really dangerous for the first 25 minutes or so, weren't they? And it was that midfield where things started to break down, I think. Between Sabitzer and Fred, and not to sort of pick him out too much, but I think in particular Fred was just having one of those halves where he just, every time he gets it, he seems like he's sort of guessing what to do next, giving the ball away on the halfway line, stepping in when he shouldn't. Just like, kind of similar to that home game against Leeds, just a frustrating half from Fred, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's, the thing with Fred is you can see how good he can play next to a Casemiro and how much direction he needs. And now he looks like a little bit like he's been let off the leash next to Sabitzer and he's running around the place and he's not got anyone to sort of give him that discipline that he needs. I mean, he's a man of 26, 27. He should be able to keep in his position. But again, we were saying before, it's alongside a Sabitzer that's only played, 2-3 performances in a Manchester United shirt. So it's quite a rare, it's not a usual sort of midfield duo.
not to correct you, but just so you know, Fred is 29, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah, so he's not a player that I think, because it surprised a lot of people that it's one of Jay's sort of favourite stats is that he's 29, and he'll be 30 in 2 weeks. It's the 5th of March is his birthday. So Fred is a player that is not going to be sort of learning any new tricks pretty much between now and the end of his career.
No.
We played Liverpool on the 5th of March, don't we? So it's his birthday celebrations.
There you go. Your thoughts on Fred in the first half?
Yeah, I do think he's not done himself any favours by being a little bit off the mark. I think some of his passing could be better, but he does work hard, and he does work hard. He's a good player.
Rashford's just very good, isn't he? Could he really be much better at the minute? Just in terms of goals and danger, and he's just perfection, really, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what he could do to improve his game. To be honest, as a striker, you want him to be scoring goals, and he's doing that in abundance. So, what more do you want from your centre forward? Really, he's leading the line, and he's carrying Manchester United in many ways.
Yeah.
We're a team that has massively improved from last season, but everything on this season sort of is leading on Rashford's shoulders and him scoring goals and getting us through. I think him and Bruno have started linking up a hell of a lot better than they've done in previous seasons.
Yeah, it was mad the goal as well, because they had the ball, and I think it was Faze gave the ball away. Sabitzer wins it back, and then for whatever reason their centre back just gets drawn to the ball.
Yeah, they tried to play the offside trap, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know if it is an offside trap, but you just watch him here, just keep an eye on him. He gives the ball away there, Faze. And he just goes, I'm going to run to Vegas. Just completely leaves Marcus Rashford. And it's a lovely ball in behind, but really, it's the space that Faze gives Rashford that creates the goal, because he's quite wide of Rashford when he plays the ball in. You know, Bruno's pass goes quite sort of, it's not dead centre of the pitch by any means, is it? But because it's an excellent pass and the defender's just nowhere near him, he has all the time he wants in the world to put it in. So it's been a bit of a hit and miss performance from their centre back, hasn't it? Because luckily he fucked it up there.
Yeah,
he's stopped it out a couple of times as well.
If Faze doesn't make that mistake of a run, then we don't know what sort of the rest of that half sort of goes. But when we did go one in front, I think it was Delo that missed the sitter, wasn't it? He should have buried that when the ball came across from Bruno late on in the first half.
Yeah, definitely.
But Leicester look dangerous, and I think we should be giving David De Gea credit as well. Like how often do we pick him apart from when he has bad games? But some of the saves today have been sensational.
Yeah, definitely. The one in particular from Harvey Barnes there on his right hand, just perfect positioning, because he doesn't really even move it, but his hands are in the exact right position from the start. So yeah, he's been excellent today, De Gea, and that one hooking it back off the line. I think it's Iheanacho with a header at the back post. Not quite, but if you haven't seen it, it's sort of a similar style to the old Gordon Banks one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not as difficult, but that, if you're imagining what type of header it is, header down at the back post, and clawing the ball back off the line. So yeah, De Gea's phenomenal. And these are the sorts of performances and games that suit De Gea, I think, where they're getting chances.
Yeah.
But we're not playing the ball out from the back a lot.
No, and this is why we need a team that can sort of change games, and De Gea is doing that through, keeping the ball out of the net. Bruno is with the assisting, and Rashford scoring goals. I would like to see a substitution coming on, though, to sort of, I think we're going through too much through Rashford and Sabitzer. I've not been overly keen on him this half. I'm not too sure. McTominay was back in the midfield.
Yeah, I think he's done a few good things actually, but he's wasted the ball a little bit as well. He gave the ball to Bruno for the goal, didn't he, before he played it through. That tackle there from Sabitzer, bit of a straight leg onto the inside of their defender's knee. Do you think red card?
I thought it was gone. To be honest, I thought it was definitely a red card. But when we were talking before about Fred not having the greatest performance, I know a lot of people didn't like the Mac Fred, but I think it's more tried and tested than the Sabitzer and Fred, so it may bring a little bit more stability in that centre midfield. But I think we've got to go for another goal. I don't think, by no means can we set back and try to take a 1-0 for the rest of the 45 minutes.
No, definitely not. Get your thoughts on that Sabitzer tackling, because it's, to me, I think it looks worse in slow motion, because by the time his leg gets to the player's knee, which is obviously too high if you say knee, that tells its own story, doesn't it? But it looks like it's a straight leg, but in fast motion it's more of a flick of the leg, I think, than it is like a straight leg coming through.
There was no intent with it, was there?
No,
that was a big difference.
You see from how his foot bounces off the knee, it's not like a collision like that, it's like I said, like a flick across that happens at the point of contact to be a straight leg, but it's not like coming through like that.
Yeah, because if he'd gone at him like that, then I think Fazy was it?
Yeah.
Then I think he'd have been down a hell of a lot more than.
That's true, and I think it would have been a red card in that case.
Yeah.
But to me, it's sort of accidental-ish contact, dangerous potentially, but I don't think reckless, or I think the slow motion makes it look a lot worse than it actually was. But if he'd have been sent off, I wouldn't have been shocked.
No, you've seen players go for less.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's a red. Cluin says, I was a referee in South Africa for 30 years and it's not a red card. So argue with that.
The debate's over then, isn't it?
That's true. But then the opposite point, Niraj says, there's no intent, but it's still too high, especially not near the ball at all. Yeah, but it's interesting. Oof. Paul Gray says Souness was a hatchet man back in the day because he was on the telly there saying it was a red card. Some of the tackles that Graham Souness... Have you seen that worst tackle of all time by Graham Souness?
Yes, I've seen, yeah.
Where Souness has got the ball, someone comes to tackle him and he steps over the ball and just jams his leg into the opposition player's knee. He gets sent off for that. That's one of the worst tackles I've ever seen. That literally could have killed someone, that.
Graham
it's such a bad tackle.
Criticising other people's tackling.
I know.
Is,
unless he starts every sentence with, and I should know.
Yeah.
Then it is somewhat ironic. Yeah. What are you expecting to see second half? Because
more control of the game.
Yeah, how are we going to get that?
I just think something needs to happen in midfield. We've made the points throughout the first half that the games where we've been missing Casemiro is sort of showing our lack of depth in the squad. So I don't know if it packs out the midfield and maybe puts on a McTominay instead of a Sabitzer. Or maybe I may look at putting Varane on for Lindelof.
Yeah.
I think Lindelof's positional play has been a little bit out, and Varane brings that sort of calm and composure. And when Casemiro doesn't play, we don't have a leader. I know Martinez plays like a Rottweiler, and he's impressive in what he does on the ball or defending, but I don't think he talks like Varane does or has that sort of older statesman amongst the players.
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to see maybe him come on the second half. We just need to control the game, because the first 20 minutes, frankly, I was like, I've made a 4-0 prediction here and I might end up with looking a bit like an idiot.
It could be 4-0 the other way.
It could have been like
genuinely. If they scored 2 or 3 goals this half, you couldn't have been shocked, could we?
No.
Couldn't have been aggrieved at that.
But Rashford scores that goal due to their bad defending. Dallo, if he uses other foot, is 2-0, and then we're going into the second half. I'm only 2 goals away from a prediction. So I think it's control the game first and foremost, and expect him to make some substitutions to do that. Maybe bring SANCHO on. I think Vegas has been decent when he's been dropping deep. I think earlier on the chance for the Dallo, Vegas was the wrong side of the halfway line to break up play and set up Bruno. So there's been little moments that been impressive, but far too many mistakes. We've given the ball away.
Yeah, we've got a current as it stands league table as well. If we can get into that, you can see it there. United up to 49 points, just 3 behind Manchester City on the same games as them. Obviously, as it stands, we haven't finished the game yet. Obviously, but that is the league table. If this game were to finish 1-0,
who's City got next?
City's next game, I'll have a look. I think they've got a few difficult fixtures coming up. So their next one is Bournemouth away, then it's Newcastle at home, and then
Newcastle
Palace away.
Newcastle at home won't be an easy game. Newcastle gave them a game, didn't they, at St James's Park earlier on in the season?
Was it 1-1 that one?
Which game?
Newcastle versus City.
3-3.
Oh yeah, 3-3 of course. Yeah, bloody hell. Vegas has made the most tackles of anyone on the pitch so far.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him. Like, people think when we get a new striker, he's going to equal goals. But when you got Rashford doing the goals, Vegas is very much doing the ugly work that sometimes we do. And I don't think it used to be a traditional way of playing football, didn't it? You'd have the number 9 goal scorer, and Vegas is playing the number 10, the knockdown man and stuff. And it just seems to be something that's working well for United between them two.
Yeah, definitely. That Premier League table. I know we've played, I think, 2 more games than Arsenal at that point, but it still looks quite nice, doesn't it? Oh, 1 more game, sorry. 5 points behind them, and they've got 1 game in hand, but it's all very close up there, isn't it?
It's getting closer and closer, man.
I know. And it's good that United have been through a bit of a dip recently, the point dropping against Arsenal, Leeds, Palace. And we've still made up points on Arsenal during that rough patch.
Did you see the league table if we didn't play the first 2 games of the season and we'd be top?
Yeah, we're top.
I think we'd be, or we might be joint top with Arsenal if it wasn't for the first 2 games of the season.
It's mad, isn't it, that? Shame that, innit? But then again, I think without those 2 games, we might have never seen this reaction. I think if we'd have drawn those games or won one and drawn one or whatever, I'm not sure we would have ever seen that click, that sort of snap into action that we saw, because it was such a desperate moment of, oh my God, we're still the same team as last year. Where Ten Hag went, shit, I need to do something a bit different.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think Ten Hag needed to see that sort of self-sabotage from our team to see how bad they were and what needed to be. It was hallmark changes all across the board, wasn't it? Whether it was positional play, strategy, fitness or whatever.
Yeah.
So, maybe if we didn't have them games, then you may have seen a different Manchester United.
Yeah, because I think we could have easily sort of chugged along at a kind of Tottenham-y type pace.
And no one would have been critical of that, because what Ten Hag's done now is wonders compared to where we were last season. But you're right, if we were around fourth now, we wouldn't have been going, and not in a Europa, or Carabao Cup final. I don't think we would have been massively disappointed.
No, we're currently on 49 points as it stands, obviously 46 otherwise. Tottenham are on 39. If we'd have been around Tottenham or 3 points behind them, you'd be going, right, well, it's not great, but one weekend and we're up with Tottenham.
It's better than
and
last
people
year.
would have taken that.
Yeah, of course.
What we're doing this season is, I mean, miles better than anyone I know predicted, and certainly anything I thought. People saying Garnacho is coming off and Sancho coming on in the comments. Yeah, makes sense to me. I'll be honest, Garnacho's barely touched the ball this half. I found out how many touches he's had.
I think there's far too much pressure on Garnacho to start a game, and he definitely comes on comes off the bench and makes more of an impact.
Yeah,
attacking sort of tied defenders. I think he's too young for the play to be dictated through him. And it's great to see getting Sancho getting a run out.
Yeah, just looking at passes. All it goes. Oh no, Garnacho. Actually, in fairness, 17 passes. 17 out of 17. Which isn't too bad, but it's less than Weghorst, less than Shaw, less than Sabitzer.
17 out of 17 is 100%, isn't it?
No, it's not the percentage that I'm remarking on. It's the number of passes that I think is quite low.
Have you been to get some food?
No, just having a chip that I had from before. I just thrown loads of water on my face. I'm not sweaty.
Okay, you're not wet. The game is kicked back off then. Straight away, Sancho on the ball, looping up to Weghorst and headed back there. Get a bit of volume when you've got a second, Ethan. Thank you.
What's the gossip anyway? What have I missed?
Not a lot. Sancho's come on for Garnacho.
I've just got to call his mates.
Garnacho. Have you had this stuff before?
No, aloe vera.
Do you want to taste it? Look, it's got little jellies in it.
It's not for me, that, I don't think.
Would you like to taste it?
I had a realisation halfway through that.
It's got little bubblies in it.
It's interesting.
It's not bad.
I think there's something quite pleasurable about the
it reminds me of
the jellies.
Jelly when it's not set.
Yeah.
That's what it is. What's that do for you then? It's supposed to be good for your skin.
It's rectum out.
So that's just rectum. You've got a bad rectum.
The word wrecked is quite apt. Is what I would say.
Wrecked.
Sometimes I've just got... Actually, I don't want to tell you that story.
Okay, we'll tell it off air.
Yeah. But no, it's not really for that. I just like the taste of it. I like the little jellies in it.
You must have a wrecked rectum.
Oh, my rectum's perfect.
All the food that you bash.
Yeah, but think of it as like sort of Paula Radcliffe's ankles. Like they're in great nick because it's being they're being trained all the time.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the sort of cardiovascular system that he's got.
But didn't she shit herself?
Yeah, but we're not talking about her. We're talking about her ankles.
Unfortunate, yeah.
It's an unfortunate comparison. Maybe I should have said Eliud Kipchoge, the marathon world record holder. Liam Pickering.
How do you know the marathon world record holder's name?
Why don't you?
Why wouldn't you? Do you know Paula Radcliffe held the women's world record for about 15 years? Until like 3 years ago.
Really?
Huh? Liam Pickering says, pocketing De Jong at the Nou Camp between two shockers against relegation teams is the most Fred thing ever. Yeah, it is a bit, innit?
Yeah, very, very Fred.
Would you rather it the other way around?
Well, we won the first game against... I know we drew the first game, but the other game that he's referencing there is the game against Leeds, and we won it, so...
It's all going on here, isn't it?
What's happened there? Rashford's done a little twizzle.
Going after Rashford, aren't they?
Becky found a bit of sick on a top in the middle of the...
On her top?
No, on my top. That I just left in the corridor, forgot. Not.
You must have stepped over that on the way out today.
Well,
what did she say? She's not happy with me. She fuming?
I'm a bit upset that I just left it in the middle.
It's a bit vile, that, innit?
But he came to work.
Sometimes he loves fucking...
A sick covered top in the front.
Vile.
Vile.
You're
Like,
very vile.
It's vulgar. It's abhorrent.
You didn't want to be late to work, Joe.
No, exactly. I picked you up nice and early.
Yeah, I did actually. Drove here, bladdered. No,
I didn't.
Free kick to United
You
then.
drove.
35 yards out. Yeah, without a licence. 35 yards out. Crossing it in, Luke Shaw to the back post.
It's a good ball.
Martinez.
Oh, was that bag off?
Martinez. He should have scored that. Should have hit the target there. That's 2 now. Dallo and Martinez, you've got to be hitting the target with one of them. Both of them,
The
really.
room he had, oh.
Head it down. Why does no one head the ball down anymore? He should have scored that, and he's good in the air as well.
Very good. That was a great free kick.
Nice. This is a
There you
good
go,
player from
United.
United.
Got to get the second soon.
Vegos, bit of a chance.
Vegos,
Too
why
slow.
did he bring it towards the
He's
defender?
just slow as muck, isn't he?
Come on, Vegos.
He does good stuff, but my God, is he slow.
Yeah.
He's such a handsome man, isn't he?
Do you think?
Yeah, I think he's a handsome man.
Interesting. I think he looks like a sort of Scott McTominay that someone carved out of.
He does. He looks like a Nordic,
balsa wood.
a Nordic McTominay.
Sancho plays it back. Imagine that was just straight to Maddison. Oh, look at that. Fred with the 1-2. Oh, look at this. He's passing and then some, this.
Visit
Oh.
Malta.
Vis-a-vis.
Oh!
Bruno with a stinger.
When was our last worldie? As in worldie goal? Do you like one from outside the box that stunned everyone?
Rashford versus
against
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
true.
Great minds. Rashford now.
This
Comes
one.
inside.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
I thought that was in.
By the way, how shit were Leicester's defending now?
How did... He should have...
Come on!
they needs to.
And ball! No. Sabitzer. Shoot, man.
tell you this.
Jesus. I thought
He
he's...
had so much fucking time on his hands then, Sabitzer.
I tell you, they look like they've had a bollocking from Tanaga.
Yeah, they look really good. We should have scored 2 goals already. Rashford, you would think, would find a corner a bit more there. He's gone
Yeah.
straight at the goalkeeper.
Oh, ref.
That's slow, ref. Late, I mean, not slow. Hold on. This is better from United.
Still looks a little bit.
Yeah, jarred.
Oh, if you're going to say do something like that, make sure someone's fucking there.
Good start though, United. 2 really good chances.
Well, Leicester will come.
Martinez should have hit the target, and
Right.
you would think, you would have thought Rashford would have found a bit more of a corner there. Straight at Ward.
Come on! Let's get going.
Go on, Jaden. Have a sprint.
It's definite.
Just fucking come
Spring in United steps since they've come out the second half.
I think Bruno wanted the overlap there, didn't he? Go on, Fredge.
Fredge.
What's the Portuguese one?
Can't believe Fred's 29.
I can't believe he's still giving the ball away every other time he gets it.
You can't really.
I can, but it's a sad set of
Come on.
circumstances where I have to accept that. That's a foul.
Oh, didn't need to. He didn't need to do that. Just pressure him.
What's he wiggling his finger at? It
I
looked
think
like
he
a foul.
thinks he got the ball, but it looked very obviously a foul.
No, he kicks his ankle, doesn't he? Well, I think his question is, does he touch anything?
Yeah.
But it's a good area, this.
Yeah, Madison.
20 yards out, just to the right as we look at it, of United's goal.
Oh.
How's your lamb?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know to talk about this on the podcast.
Oh, what's going on here? Free kick to Leicester.
Really?
Yeah, about that.
Let's have a look. Free kick to Leicester, 20 yards out. Thoughts on this, Joe?
Listen, they're going to give it a... I'm spooked.
Yeah.
Because he's got a good shot on him.
He has, Maddison.
But De Gea's in the mood to pull out some worldy saves.
Yeah.
And I think... Might see one here.
Straight to the
Or
wall.
just go straight to the wall.
They let you down with that
And then
big
over the
speech
bar.
there. No.
Just for people at home,
So the end of Independence
the
Day.
thing that we were looking at then wasn't United or football
Yeah.
related, so don't worry, you're not missing out on any sort of interesting United
Gossip.
news. It was it was other news. A free kick straight into the wall was always good to see, innit? Should have scored. We should have got a goal in the second half. So we've seen Rashford.
How does he get Fred past him? And
straight at the keeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, he could have gone in again. He had so much space.
He did so well there to get past 1, 2.
That is like pure Mbappe move as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see why those comparisons are there. Good past that, whoever that was.
Go on, make the most of it. Make the most of this.
Weghorst. That's Bruno. Cuts it back, clips it to the back post.
Oh, come on.
Fred heads it in. Weghorst with
fucking Weghorst. He is funny, isn't he? Like, he does a job well, but he's not a striker.
You know,
he fucking hoofed that.
Watch how long you can actually see his brain thinking, should I do an overhead kick here? I'm not gonna be able to do it. No.
Those seats in the Stretford end were at the top, just got the ball.
It's it was very much in the Berbatov position that one is Liverpool.
Quite nice. What a Berbatov, what a player.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. SANCHO and Sabitzer.
Such a different team in the second half.
Yeah. Bruno. Come on, someone move. Yeah, we look much more dangerous, don't we, already second half. We've made as many chances in this half as we did in the first.
Imagine if we get another striker who scores goals.
Yeah, 20 minimum.
Then we're fucking...
But you're not worried that might take away from Marcus?
I think it just adds to it.
Thing is, it could take away a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the minute, you've got someone who's on 23 goals, and the next highest of our attackers, I think, is Martial on 6.
Or Anthony.
Really?
Well, yeah, I think he's on 5 or 6 as well. So that's down to, 29?
Oh,
even if you took Rashford down to 20 or 15, and you got another 20, that's 35. Do you know what I mean? It's a net plus.
Yeah. And, you look at some of the best teams, they've got multiple players on 20-plus goals.
Yeah, by the end of the year, you need it.
I don't know, when was the last time we had 20-plus goals for 2 players?
I think it was 2020, Martial and Rashford. Martial got 23, Rashford got 22.
Nice.
But it's not happened
good that year, wasn't he, Martial?
That's his best year, wasn't it?
No penalty, 1 penalty as well. That was it.
The thing of it, if you look at the Arsenal team, I'm not too sure what City's like, but Arsenal seem to spread the goals.
Yeah. Well, City haven't done that, have they? But weirdly, I think City's second top goal scorer is Foden, and he doesn't play
in the team.
I know. He's got 9 goals this season, something like that.
Yeah, it's 3 of them.
Looks like McTominay's about to come on.
For Fred or for Sabitzer?
I'm going to guess Sabitzer.
I think Sabitzer.
I think so as well. I think he's just been a bit too chaotic today.
I think he's been good actually, but I don't think he's. I think he's more like to get a rest.
That's a great pass by Fred.
Come on,
Rashford's on.
Come on, Yellen! What a goal!
They're appealing for something though. That makes me worry.
They're appealing for the free kick.
On who?
I don't know if there was a little bit of a tackle beforehand.
That's all.
Fuck!
There you go.
Off.
Who?
Rashford. I get. It's got to be Rashford, hasn't it? Let's see. No, he's off.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think he's off, yeah. It's close, though.
Very close. The other angle might make it look even closer. But I do think...
Yeah, he's off. I'm pretty certain.
It's him there, though.
It's his shoulder, is it? They're checking it for offside.
This takes about half an hour now.
No, it'll be done now.
He looks a little bit on there.
No, his toe's past his toe, isn't it? Move.
Yeah, has he not got more of a straightforward...
No, the angle would make it look the other way. He's on!
Look, he's on!
He's on! 2-0!
No!
Get in!
Oh.
Get in, Rushy boy!
He can't stop fucking scoring. This is mental.
Get in!
It's 2-0. Rashford again.
Whoa.
What is he doing? What is he playing at? Does he know that this isn't meant to happen? You can't go from a 6-goal season to a fucking 30-goal season like he's walking towards at the minute. 24 goals already. He's honestly, Haaland's only got 27. How many's Haaland got?
Why is Why are they complaining, the Leicester defenders there? You should always just play to the whistle, shouldn't you? Do you know when he's putting his hand up?
Yeah.
Fuming? Just get the ball.
Fuck, actually, Haaland's got 32. Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous, that
is ridiculous.
Haaland's got 32.
Yeah, but Haaland wasn't coming off the back of one of his worst ever seasons and injury. Do you know what I mean? For this is like...
Rashford has got 24 goals this season.
Yeah.
That is
crazy.
madness. So how many's Harry Kane got? Because I know he's got a lot in the Premier League.
Will he just be above him a little bit?
Harry Kane has got 19.
Wow.
He's got 5 more goals than
After
Harry
giving
Kane this
Rashford
season.
his assist, Fred has left the building. You're going to give Fred some credit there for the pass?
Yeah, I always give him credit.
Check
I
it out.
like Fred.
You know what you like with
Not
your
as much as
Brazilians.
you.
Anti-Brazilian.
That's what he called his dad's sister. You don't want to know why. Very smooth. Just call me anti-Brazilian. Could play air hockey on that. Right, 2-0 United.
Where did that come from? I've never heard that air hockey line. That's class.
It's
Could
good,
play
though,
fucking air hockey on that. Fucking hell.
I just invented that. Marcus Rashford.
Did you just invent it?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it before.
Fucking well, funny.
Thanks. It's nice of you, that.
Oh,
McTominay's-
get that ball, don't get sent off.
Yes, Luke! I think he's got
Done his knee there.
shit.
Oh, he's not happy there. The bravery of Luke Shaw, by the way, to have something as horrific as that leg break.
I know, yeah.
To still give your all. Oh,
I can't see
Can't really see what actually happened.
Would you take Rashford off or not? The game's
He's on
not.
his hat-trick.
Nah, he's
I
enjoying
know,
himself,
but
man.
we need him, don't we? Luke's, I think he's just taken a knock there. I
No,
cannot
I get
believe
Sunday
Marcus
dinner, 3
Rashford
days
is a
rest.
human being.
I know.
He's glass.
What do you know? We've met people in our lives who are like they've got a strange or unique mentality. Like what you have to have mentally to have the season he had last year and the stick that he got last year and come back and do this season is like obscene, really.
Yeah,
innit?
and do you know what as well? There was a lot of people who were revelling in the fact that he wasn't good last year.
Yeah.
A lot of politicians, looking at him causing.
Yeah, there's that whole political angle as well. Wasn't there?
He's not doing very well. Like blah blah blah.
Maybe you should
Now
have
look
focused
at
on
him.
football rather
Yeah,
than telling us what to do. All
Now
that
look at
shit.
him. Fucking hell, winning games by himself.
Yeah.
We got to give Ten Hag a lot of credit as well with this
Yeah.
in terms of bringing his character around.
See, look, Sky Sports Premier League tweeting that picture of Sabitzer's tackle with a single screenshot.
Ouch.
But it doesn't. You're not showing the full picture there with one shot, are you?
It was bad though.
Nah.
It was bad.
Nah, it was bad.
I think we're going to get the 4-0
Here
here,
we go.
lads.
Here we go.
Rashford, Sancho, Bruno.
Shoot.
Back to Sancho. 3.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
Sancho with the goal.
Get it back. 4-0.
Mint.
How's the hangover, Joe McGrath?
Very good now.
You feel like you're
I tell
skydiving
you
now,
what,
don't you?
we have ripped them a new one here.
That was a brilliant
incredible.
Brilliant goal. Great play.
Oh, here we
fucking
go.
just! Can we not have every goal with this happening afterwards? I'd love to see a goal where the referee isn't stood there like that. Don't fucking pause and complain. He wants to foul on Martinez.
fuck
It's
off.
not a foul. Shut your face.
Look at that great
Good
interception
pass,
by
good run.
Martinez. 1-2.
Held his width. Great pass back to him. And Sancho, both feet, back of the net.
Let's have a look.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
He fell over. He
He
wanted
did.
it.
It's nothing.
I don't know if they might take
Good
it off
again.
us.
Good run from Vegas. It's not a goal, and he's deficient in a lot of areas. But that run drags a lot of space away from Sancho, though, or men away from Sancho. Lovely pass back, casual
Great
in your
finish.
step. Lovely finish. 3-0.
Right, let's have a look at this VAR.
I just think it's bad control.
Have they
Imagine.
done it or what? They're giving it or what?
Yeah, they'd give it.
Imagine you had a mate or like a family member who on the Sky Sports tweeting of the Sabitzer challenge,
Oh, it's going to sound wild.
who then tags PGMOL, the refereeing organisation, going, "How is this not a red?" Imagine you had a mate that tagged referees associations on Twitter. You'd have to stop seeing
Come
them,
on,
wouldn't
shoot, Shaw. Oh, Luke Shaw on a mad one then.
He's drifting. We can win this 4 or 5 now. What did you say? 4-0?
I said 4 or 5.
Sorry for pointing him right in your face. What did you say? Come on, come out with it.
It'd be nice to get one though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Just spank him.
Yeah. Going
Give
into the
us- go on,
Barcelona game
Sanchi.
with a massive spanking, yeah.
My fat
Do you like
spank
it? Do you like a
hanging
big
out.
spank, Joe?
Yeah. So does anti-Brazil.
With a air hockey.
What a surface.
What a surface.
Oh!
You don't know where the air comes from, though. That's
No,
what
you
don't
do.
wanna know.
That's the worst bit. Have you ever had a perforated eardrum?
Yes, horrible.
There's not much you've not done. When every country we've
Yeah,
been
that's the
up, you
thing.
always have been there.
I'm gonna
And
hit
then-
him.
I'm
have
older than
ever
you guys.
Have you
with
ever
a fucking
perforated eardrum?
Have you never perforated your eardrum?
What does it mean
Fucking
again?
horrible.
Hole
You
in
get
it.
a hole in your ear, but it makes you have a nausea because everything's fucking off balance.
What? I feel rank.
I used to get a taxi home from Media City. I get home and I just have to fall asleep on the couch because
Yeah.
I feel like seasick. It's horrible.
And what?
Brilliant.
Why does it happen?
So I was cleaning my ears and basically got a bit carried away with myself.
What were we cleaning with? Shotgun.
No,
BB gun.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Knitting needle.
Yeah. No.
What was it? Fucking
Oh,
knitting needle.
I thought you might
Don't
have
try
put
that
like
at
a bit
home,
of
kids.
cotton wool on the end of a knitting needle or something.
Come on.
How is that a foul against Weghorst? It's just 6-1.
I can't believe you don't think he looks like he's a handsome man.
I don't think he's not handsome. I don't think he's ugly. I just don't think he's like.
We've run out of chips. You want my chips?
No, I'm alright. I don't want.
I don't want
chips.
them.
I'm just. No, it's okay. I'm okay.
We're
Bit of
lovely.
pressure here from Leicester.
Did you have breakfast before you skydive?
No.
Oh,
Have you eaten afterwards?
Yes.
What'd you have?
Black pudding, hash browns, sausages, egg.
Sausages.
You say bacon and,
No.
and toast.
Oh, where from? At home.
Yeah.
Oof. You know a
Brown
man's into
sauce.
cooking when they've got black pudding in the house.
Black pudding's the one.
Once you allow that into the house, there's very few things that you won't allow. Do you know what I mean?
Do you like black pudding?
I think it's delicious, but it's very much a eat it out type
Yeah.
food for me.
I like my black pudding to be a bit soggy.
Like
I don't
lobster.
Really like berry
There'll
black
never be a
pudding.
lobster
No,
in
it's
my
like the
fridge.
hockey pucks.
Yeah.
I like it to be a bit more like
Bit of
Craggy.
Bit of black pudding and Aunt Brazil.
I like a black pudding when it's like rough and I don't like it sliced. I like it a bit more
I know what you
grainy
mean
and
by that.
More
gritty.
texture.
Yeah, these really like finely planed slices. I'm not such a big fan of.
one day
Free
we
kick.
went to,
Go on, United.
I went to a festival, a Leeds festival, and we were in a tent in the morning. We woke up and we were talking about how hungry we were, and we were like, it was in the morning, and then there was a caravan next to us, and they went knocked on. I said, "Excuse me, I thought you're hungry. Do you want some breakfast?" I buzz in. It was just black pudding sandwiches. But the black pudding was fucking huge. I'm talking like that thick, and it was really good.
Was it?
On bread?
It needed a little bit more. do you know?
Where were they from? Is that a particular part of the country delicacy?
Go on. I don't know actually.
Because it's the sort of thing where you can they have it all the time in Cornwall or
Bury a big
Yorkshire
fans
or
of it,
Bury or
aren't
whatever.
Berry
Yeah.
black pudding,
Yeah. Because that's quite a sandwich, isn't it? You don't get that everywhere.
It was, and it was a bit too much. The sauce did a lot of heavy lifting.
Did it? What sauce?
Just ketchup.
Got to be brown for me on that.
No, brown.
Yeah,
You
but
wanna eat
I
it,
can't.
don't
I don't really like tomato ketchup.
Really?
I like it on a few choice items.
Yeah,
You have brown over tomato sauce.
yeah. Tomato sauce on a hot dog, but then it's been accompanied by mustard.
Muzzy is it?
I just think like over a certain age you can't have ketchup anymore, Joe.
Do you know every item of clothing that Joe McGrath has is accompanied by mustard? Look at this one
Isn't it
there.
all sick?
Navy and mustard are his two favourite colours.
Maybe and mustard. They're going to call me kids.
It's nice to see Scott McTominay back on the hallowed turf, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? My favourite thing ever about Scott McTominay is how fast he ran that 5k in lockdown. Do you remember that?
Wow, quick.
Oh my God, it was
What do you mean?
unbelievable.
Do you remember when Phil Neville said he did something amazing?
He said he did it in world record time,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Phil Neville put some up during lockdown, basically saying that he did a 5k in like an incredible speed.
And he did.
Like it would be a world record
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he did it. So I was like, Phil, you've just beaten the world record. And he's like, oh, maybe I got it wrong. But it's on that Strava app. It's a good app, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't find it. But Scott McTominay, They ordered a competition at United.
Good tackle.
Posting their best 5k times. I'm trying to find it. God, this article is so long and just not showing it.
Vegas making himself all over the place.
Vegas, come on, Vegas, you referee.
It's all right. Was that a bit?
Have you ever? What's your record for a 5k, Joe?
Quickest is probably about 27. That's how quick you get me.
Scott McTominay's was 15 minutes 45 seconds.
That's
For
incredible.
5k?
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
hell.
astonishing, isn't it?
Rashford's
Rashford's coming off there. Elanga and is it Wan-Bissaka coming on? That's one of them there where, depending
Soon as
on where
it's
you
gonna
measure
be-
that, he's offside, isn't he? But
Yeah.
let's give strikers the benefit of the doubt, shall we? Let's try
I
and
think
give them.
VAR's a wonderful thing. We shouldn't complain against him.
Hate it.
Why are they all fuming? The finest of margins. What was that commentary?
England have won the World Cup.
Yeah, by the fight. Oh, what a commentary that was.
Yeah, he's a New Zealander as well,
Yeah.
giving it the commentary. Yeah, that's a great one, isn't it?
It was up there with that, and I can't
So have you got-
speak.
I have alarms going off.
Is that
on
an
my
ice
phone.
cream van?
No, it's just I have like random alarms going off on my phone.
Yeah, I
Here we go.
sometimes
Sancho's
do
through on
that.
goal here.
Too lazy to.
Oh, you got to do better than that.
He got a second bite of the Cheza. The first one, he's taken too long there. You've got to get your shot
He's
away.
taking a long time, but this
He's-
is just getting his confidence back in here.
I know, but hurry up. He's a great run, to be honest. It's a
great run.
beautiful pass from Vegors. Touch, you need to be hitting that quicker there. It takes 2 extra
Good,
steps.
good defending, but
that second
he could have
one
put
as
it
well.
across to Bruno there. You know,
Yeah, he don't even look, does he? But fair enough.
great. That's great defending. To
It
be
is,
fair.
but this second one, get over it, drill it in, bounce it off the ground.
Oh,
Needs more composure, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have put that in.
Joe McGrath in his Goodison days at 11.
oh, mate, if I'd have seen that.
Weren't you hungover that day as well?
Yeah.
Do you think you're hungover most days?
Nah, I only.
It's weird because he doesn't drink that often, really. But
But when he drinks,
when I
he
drink,
drinks.
my God,
My
we
goodness.
we have fun.
drinking doesn't really cover the half of it. I don't mean substance-wise.
I was gonna say.
I mean, like drinking's like, oh, I'll have a wine with dinner. This guy, try having a dinner with
Wine
wine.
is my dinner.
Yeah.
Free kick to United. It's so nice when it just turns out nice again, isn't it? To quote the great.
Considering how it started.
This scoreline, we've been missing a 3-0 at home from Old Trafford. Last year, we hardly got it. I don't think the year before that. Just a comfortable 3-0
What's
win
the
at Old
highest
Trafford.
win we've had this season?
Have we scored 5?
I don't think we have. We've scored 4 quite a couple of times.
Maybe we're right.
I'll have a look in a minute. Bruno, good cross. Vegost.
Oh, you know, it could do with a goal in.
We could have scored 6 today, couldn't we? We should have scored 6, really.
Yeah.
This-
I think they've all but give up now, aren't they, Leicester? 20 minutes to go. You'd hope we get another.
Yeah, we would. Let me have a look at United's biggest results so far this season. Yeah, quite a few 3-0s, which is good. Charlton, Forest, today.
Nothing above 3 though in the league,
Let's have a
no.
look. Scored 3 against City, which was obviously a great day. 4-0 against Brentford.
Oh, God.
So, no, we've not scored more than 3 in a game this season, United.
Oh.
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm sure we'd scored 4, but we haven't.
Maybe in like a cup game.
We're going to change that today.
No, these are all the games.
We've not scored 4 goals in one game.
Oh. Come on, give it Veghorst.
The horse!
Oh,
fucking hell.
Vegas, he doesn't look like he knows what he's doing when he's on goal, does he?
No.
Like, come on, you've got to do better than that.
He's like a sort of, do you know those Boston Dynamics robots? Where you go, that's almost human.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Vegas, isn't it? He's just like,
Almost striker.
almost,
He has
almost
a little,
human.
he pauses a little
It's a
bit.
really
here.
beautiful cross as well from
He
Wan-Bissaka.
pauses.
Oh, he gets a touch on it, it just gets blocked. Castagna blocks it.
Come on now. 18 minutes. Let's get a couple more.
Yeah, easily we should get a couple more. Our goal difference is shocking. If we can get 5 goals, 6 goals here, maybe not 6. If we can get 4 or 5,
7.
yeah, 4, 5 or 7. Good little leapy from Martinez.
Leapy.
It's like a salmon,
It's a
isn't
leap,
it?
yeah. Oh, 4-2 against Villa in the Cup. That's the only time we've scored
yeah.
4 this season. Apologies, I missed that one.
That wasn't a particularly great performance.
Finished.
Was it?
No. What?
I finished my reel.
Like shouting down to Becky to come up and wipe your bum. Finished!
We have a bell for that.
Do you? It's one of those built into the house though, isn't it? So you just push the button next to the toilet and it rings on her phone. She just puts the gloves on. Come on, Mum. I know I can do it myself, but I like it when you do it.
I was
More
speaking to
thorough than
someone
I-
who's
My finger keeps going through toilet roll.
I was speaking to someone who's away in Thailand at the minute, and they've got those sort of like bum washers.
What,
Do you know
people?
No.
Oh.
Those toilet seats that have got like settings on them, so you can get one to wash your
Like a
bum.
B-day thing.
Yeah, but more advanced.
Have
Like
you
a,
ever
like a
used
level
one of
up.
I've used a B.
never.
I've used a B-day. I just need a
I've
little
used
more
a bit,
complicated.
Oh, I've used a B-day.
Well, Anthony, they're incredible. The jet of water that will change your life.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've had my phone just keeps...
Sounds like an
The
ice
wor-
cream van.
The worst alarm sound effects I've ever heard.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about
What have
working
you
in
got?
the
Have you ever thought about what?
working in the frozen dairy business?
No.
Because that does sound like an ice cream van, doesn't it? That alarm
I
you've got
always,
there.
I mean, I don't want to stereotype all people who work in ice cream vans, but they're always a little bit suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you see him at 9 p.m. On the
Yeah.
14th of January, -2 degrees. You're thinking, what's happening here then?
Yeah, an ice cream man who's out in December.
Why is it a lot
up
of
to
men
no
on
good.
mopeds parking up outside this ice cream van? Interesting. 15 minutes to go.
What's your best ice cream?
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Lovely,
yes.
innit?
What for,
I've
yeah, but you
got-
don't get
I've
that
got-
at an ice cream van though.
No,
What's your ice
probably
cream
not.
van pick?
Just go for Whippy, please.
Whippy place.
Whippy, please.
Have you ever been to
With lots of raspberry sauce.
Any sprinkles, big boy? Any sprinkles?
And a
I
flake.
do like sprinkles,
Have
but
a
I
flake?
won't say flake it
What
up.
about
But I
whipped
wouldn't
cream
say
on
I'm
it?
not- I'm too asked about sprinkles.
Whipped cream on it?
Whipped
Yeah,
cream.
have you never seen
On
that?
ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too much, that.
Cherry on top.
I love a cherry on top. Have you heard some of Joe's recipes from Christmas?
No?
There's sweets and savoury combinations, aren't they, Joe?
We have
Tell me.
sweet potatoes and sort of homemade applesauce in a little
You'll never
thing.
guess where this is going to go.
with grilled marshmallows on top.
Sweet potatoes.
So
On
sweet
a
potato.
Sunday dinner,
So you got sweet
yeah,
potato,
sweet potatoes with marshmallows.
applesauce, bit of cinnamon, sugar, bit of butter.
Yeah.
Sounds
in,
nice.
in a pot.
What are you doing with the
And then
marshmallow?
you put the sprinkled small marshmallows on top, and then you put the whole thing in the
like
oven.
hot chocolate.
Wow. So it actually melts onto the...
Yeah, and they go all like brown and crisp.
Well, that's not... Because you have, like, honey on carrots and shit like
Boom.
that. So it's not... It's not
It's just taking that to the
different
next
though,
level,
innit?
isn't it?
let me ready to blow. What's your favourite pancake?
I like a lemon and
The
sugar.
round ones.
I like a ham and
The
cheese.
round ones. Right.
What's yours?
I'm going to blow your mind now with a caramelised pear
Oh wow! How are we caramelising it?
with sugar in the pan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Caramelize it, but you can only caramelize it one way.
Yeah,
No, that's
but
not true.
Caramelised butter,
Butter.
rocket, walnuts.
Oh, blue cheese, please, 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 please.
Blue cheese
Yes!
on a pancake.
Really?
It is-
Oh
it is
my
the
God.
best pancake out there.
Oh, that's a booking, ref.
I'm going for Nutella.
Sorry,
What's that?
pardon me. You've changed my life.
Honestly.
I want that.
Let's make them on Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Are you doing a Tuesday sloppy joes?
I'm not sure yet. Well,
should get in a
do
You
pancake
should get in the
days?
kitchen and do one in the kitchen. You know.
We should do actually.
We
That'd be
have an
good.
invite to do some baking.
Where?
That's a yellow card.
It's
That
it's in Leicester
fucking
owns a
smacks him
bakery
into
in
it smacks into his
Bolton
face.
Way. Ethan Bacon would be fun. wouldn't
Oh, get me down for that.
it? Like a bake off, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a booking.
I told him
minimum.
about
That.
doing the Three Peaks
Oh yeah, that'd be great fun.
when you're on over.
Tim P. Right, Leicester, you need to start dishing some fucking yellow cards out here because that's 2 dangerous tackles back to back there. The ref, like that one on Tielemans on McTominay there, running across him, putting his shoulder in his fucking chin. It's not a tackle. And this one here, Maddison, straight in on Lindelof, not even going for the ball, straight
there's no
leg,
need-
kicking
no
the
need
bottom
in
of his
that.
studs. That's a booking.
gone dirty.
They've lost the game. They're pissed off, and it's just turning a bit nasty, and the ref's just letting it happen because he's shit.
How's their season panning out, Leicester?
Shit, the 15th, and they're crap.
Yeah, they'll stay up, but Brendan Rodgers is
14th. Excuse me.
It's one of those where maybe writing's on the wall a little bit.
He needs to start dishing a couple of yellow cards out because someone's going to get hurt otherwise.
He's fucking roasting in here, isn't he?
Yeah, can we get the heating down a little bit, please, Ethan, when you've got a minute? Sorry. Ethan's doing an admirable job at the minute by himself.
Yeah, round applause for producer Ethan.
Well done, Ethan.
Rod Keane would just say, that's his job.
Yeah. He's doing his job.
He's doing his job.
The incredulous high-pitched
nice.
Really well.
Roy Keane.
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job.
How much do you think it is if we call United tomorrow and go, right, want an advert on the board?
20 grand.
Oh.
For the season.
Oh. For the season?
No, I don't know.
For one ad?
How often is it playing during a match?
What?
10 times a game?
Yeah.
Once every 9 minutes? I reckon you're looking at...
Depends if it's a televised game as well.
Surely 10,000.
Be well more than 10,000.
Yeah. But where did... I'm just wondering how much Visit Malta have...
Pardon?
Visit Malta were getting a look in, and I was like, oh no, how much
I always think that with Arsenal, like how many people have gone to Rwanda?
Yeah.
How much money did they spend on that?
I've never met a person that's been to Rwanda.
No?
I tell you what I will say as well, United are sponsored by that, like, onion rings thing, aren't they?
Onion rings?
Have you ever seen it's that green one? It's like something onion rings or something like that. It's like crisps. Like random crisps that you only see in like
our official crisp sponsor?
Yeah, not like your high street supermarket crisp.
Do you remember the days of Ed Woodward where we had a big announcement on the way?
The tractor sponsor.
And we were sponsored by a fucking tractor.
One of my favourites. Kobe Mainu coming on.
Come on, Kobe Mainu.
Sabitzer.
So call me Mainu.
I did some ads for United with the...
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Is it?
Call me Mainu. Call me maybe.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So call me Mainu.
No, the coffee that they do.
Oh, yeah.
I did some stuff for that. No, the is it Millet or whatever?
Oh.
That was only shown in Europe. That was shown in Europe or something. Decent coffee though, to be fair. You're a coffee fan, aren't you?
I love coffee, yeah.
He goes a bit too real.
What do you mean he goes a bit too? Too what? Spit it out. Not that chip that you're eating. Your fucking invalid opinions on my coffee consumption.
We should do. Would you be interested in doing like a coffee show? Me and you just testing off coffee.
I'd love it.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Testing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
The old sip
Eat
and
it shit
smile.
by the end of it.
Do you not drink a lot of coffee, Joe?
I do. I like an Americano.
Americano.
Yeah. That's my coffee order now. Gone to
Black
Americano.
coffee.
Yeah. I like a touch of milk in it, but I can't. Sometimes, we ran somewhere in Stockport a couple of weeks back, and Joe was like, "Have this espresso. I want you to taste how like sort of bitter and sweet it is at the same time."
Yeah.
Just tastes like coffee. It was nice.
Bitter and sweet at the same time. Your job is to review food.
I know. I get it.
You get what?
I'm just trying to shut you up.
Because I'm making a point.
No! Yeah.
That might undermine your career.
How did you get the food expert?
I don't. By accident.
It's like,
it was all because of
when did your opinion become important?
I don't know why. Well, no, it was a viral video. So basically, we went with the Mank. I was doing their podcast, and then we just went to try a kebab in Levenshulme that opens at 10 a.m. and that was going to be a one-hit wonder. Went there, and then it just took off.
I love it.
Everyone was like, "That's a really good video. Let's do that format again." And then and they got sponsored. So
good stuff, man.
It was good, yeah. But my opinion means fuck all.
No, it doesn't.
Certainly not to me. You're the person I text when I'm looking for a takeaway.
Yeah.
I ask your opinion on stuff. I genuinely do value your opinion on food, and especially that sort of food.
What are you
laughing at? What are you cackling at?
Ethan's giggling himself.
What are you
laughing at? You shout it.
But that's not a bad thing, though. I think he's messing his. But you are the go-to guy when it comes to takeaways.
No,
you're literally the takeaway champion, aren't you? Self-proclaimed. But
in fact, what you could do is imagine if you had Joe McGrath on your screensaver and you were looking for a takeaway.
Yeah, that's it. I could talk
great. Or you can just go in, show him the picture of Joe McGrath, and they go free of charge.
Yeah. I want to get people a sticker. So when I review the place, if it's good enough, to get a sticker for
like a sort of trusted,
like a McGrath star.
Yeah.
McGrath star. There you go.
The
got
tomatoes.
two McGrath stars.
What is it?
That's what you should do.
What, like Nottingham Forest badge?
Yeah, like Man City's badge.
Back to back. What is it on Rotten Tomatoes? Where it's something fresh, certified fresh.
Certified fresh.
That's what you need, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So then you can walk in. They've got like, we take card, delivery signs, and then boom, the McGrath style.
Champion. Certified
A lot
champion.
of things. But what if someone got food poisoning though, and then you get all the shit for it?
No, that's bad.
We retain the right to.
Yeah.
It takes no
I'll
responsibility.
probably have to put that in small print, won't I?
Yeah.
Not on me if you get the shit.
My sticker is only here because they paid, man. Not because I checked any of the health
No,
and
no one
safety.
pays that.
It's because I'm friends with the owner, not because I can vouch for the food safety rating of this restaurant. I say restaurant now, by the way, rather than restaurant, because Gordon Ramsay says restaurant.
Restaurant.
So I say restaurant.
Well, we lost a bit of pace here.
You seem like the sort of man. Actually, the reason I'm saying this is because of the Anthony Bourdain book that you've lent me that I'm currently reading, which I've nearly finished, by the way.
Oh, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I'll bring you back soon.
Oh, that's all right.
Do you like Marco Pierre
You'll
White
never see that book
or
again.
the old footage of Marco Pierre White? from
Yeah,
the
it's a bit of
90s?
like a rock and roller sort of chef. He's how your chefs want to be. I'm never really big into the likes of Gordon Ramsay or anything because he seems too much of a front.
Yeah. Thing is, though, Ramsay originally was like that. He was trained by Marco Pierre.
No,
White.
no, it wasn't.
But then now-
but when it becomes such a caricature, it's a caricature. It's almost a parody of what a chef is.
But
But he's got 3 Michelin star restaurants, Ramsay.
No, I'm not saying he's
No,
not bad
yeah.
at his food. It's just I don't think he needs to do that on TV.
Pete Gordon Ramsay was those old school American kitchen nightmares.
Yeah.
Like from early
The
90s.
idiot sandwich ones.
Where it went absolutely wild.
What's going on here?
They were incredible.
Yeah, I loved the F Word. That was my
that was
favourite.
a great show.
I loved that.
But he'd rock up to these restaurants and he doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, like flicking through mould.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I'd take Gordon Ramsay over Jamie Oliver.
Oh, Jamie.
It just gets to the point with some of the American ones. Like the English one, he's pretty he's critical and he can be a bit mean, but he's genuinely quite sort of constructive with it. The American ones, he just goes there and goes, "Fuck off!" just screwing with people's faces,
I can
calling the
watch-
C word and everything. You're just like,
I watched
how has he
videos
got to this?
over and over again of it. And my favourite is when he actually likes the food.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves the food.
Sad that though, isn't it? Because then you
There's
realise
only like
it's
5 that he actually liked.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant, Bruno there. Keep the ball now.
Oh.
That's exactly what we didn't want.
Very bad.
He did so well as well to sort of navigate through that scene of players that were trying to get the ball off him, keeper. And then he just...
It's been a nice kick around this second half.
Yeah.
hasn't it?
I love how we give a little clap when a defender does something like that. Good header, that. Good header.
Very sort of 1800s round of applause,
Yeah.
isn't it, that? Because you think...
We appreciate the craft.
Yeah, we just appreciate the...
Like that got a clap.
It was a smart thing to do, that. It was the right thing to do, and he did it. Wan-Bissaka chewing gum. Shouldn't be allowed, if you ask me.
No, I worry more about his safety.
Yeah, me too. Sancho playing in the 10. Bruno stood out on the right side all game, which has surprised me a little bit. He's almost looking at that kind of Ziyech, Tadic style.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
out
winger,
there to
but
bring in Vegas.
yeah, he's a winger, but not in the speedy knock it and run sense. He's more of a tricky cut back sense. Although he goes past his man a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good pass.
I don't think there is many of them sort of the wingers you were alluding to there.
No. Well, Rashford is one, but he's playing down the middle, isn't he? 2 more goals.
But
for
even
Rashford. I can't
even
believe
still,
it.
Rashford when he's playing out the wing was very much cut inside. He wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the likes of.
Oh no, not go down the line.
Garnacho probably seems a little bit more like
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Isn't it mad something so nice as chips can be so shit when they're cold?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
food do you
Well,
think
The
gets-
shelf life of chips.
Oh,
is
What's
very
got the
disappointing.
biggest drop off from hot to cold? I think I'll start
Egg.
pancakes, American style pancakes.
Right.
Oh, egg,
Egg.
scrambled egg.
No, but a good egg mayo is fucking nice.
Oh, egg mayo is
Fresh
good.
egg mayo, if you make it
I know,
yourself.
no, like, if you've made like a scrambled egg and you've not ate it, you can't go back to that.
No, a cold scrambled egg is quite vicious.
It
Actually,
is disgusting, yeah.
cheese on toast, shocking.
No, it's not that
Nah,
bad.
you get some brown sauce and not a tomato sauce for him.
Not good.
What's this tomato sauce? Fucking tomato sauce is great.
We don't.
Chips, they just go weird.
Back post. Keep your width.
Come on, get the fourth.
Do it!
Got a big.
Oh, I can't believe it!
If he goes to any other player, that goes in.
I can't
And he's
believe
got
that
alone.
ghost.
I would really be the highlight of my
I
day.
can't
that.
believe it. He's literally walking onto a ball 8 yards out there.
Oh my god!
And he's
Vegas.
hit it straight at the keeper. You've got to do more than that. I can't believe he scored that many goals in Germany, because he did. He's scoring 25 goals a season in Germany.
Have you seen any of them?
Oh,
No.
yeah, it's just a
Maybe,
myth.
what, you saying they don't exist? Or
No,
they're
like
just
what?
shit?
Look, he was debating the overhead kick again.
Yeah.
Out wide. Nice. Clippy.
Come on!
Veggie.
Oh. I can't believe it.
Stunning set of misses from Vegos today. And yet the mad thing
His
is, I'd
highlight
still
of
say he's had a
misses are
decent
better.
game.
He has had it's weird, isn't it? He has had a
Couldn't be
decent
worse
game.
in front of goal. Go on, Cobby. He's from Stockport.
But again, it just goes back to why United need another clinical striker
yeah.
outside of Rashford, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well done. We should have scored 5 or 6 today, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like I've been robbed of my right prediction.
Well, if we get a clean sheet, we're happy.
Now, when we've went one up, we've been in control of the game. And this is the last one Casemiro misses, I think.
Yeah. Casemiro's back after
What's
this.
Barcelona like today? They won. Google that.
Google Earth.
I think they're on
Don't
later.
we Google
They're
Earth?
on later, aren't
Google
they?
Earth's still good.
It's not so much.
Just Google Maps, isn't it?
Yeah, but it used to be. It used to be called something far different.
Not far different.
Slightly
Go on, Vegas. Big 30-yarder.
Go. Sancho. Cuts it
Oh,
back.
that's a lovely touch.
Bruno.
Oh,
he's
Bruno.
trying to find him. Barcelona have got Almeria today at. Oh no. Pardon me. They've got Cadiz at 8.
8.
Cadiz, what it is.
Got a late game, that, isn't it?
He's onside as well.
Isn't that 9 o'clock
It's-
kickoff?
That honestly, that's terrible from Vegos, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
so basic.
Bad.
Like, just run and kick it straight. Like, there's no there's no shape, there's no outside the foot, there's no toe poke, there's nothing to it, is there? It's just run, kick, miss. Just lacking something in it. That's where you want a Carnu or something like that playing. Come on then, let's go again. We can still get another goal here.
He's going again, look.
Alanga goes outside, pulls it across.
Oh!
Go on, Veg.
Stop calling him Veg.
Meeting 2 Veg
Look,
horse.
he's after.
Meeting 2 Veg horse. What are you talking about?
Do you know the horse meat scandal?
Yeah.
You remember that? For anyone who doesn't know, it was when all the supermarkets were selling horse meat, calling it beef. But it wasn't the supermarket's fault, it was the packaging fault. Anyway. But I think I'd eat horse meat. I don't think it's particularly inferior over beef, do you?
No. You would have thought as well that horse meat's probably more expensive.
That's what I'm saying. The horses aren't cheap.
10 a penny.
They eat 'em in France, don't they, horse?
Yeah.
In France.
I've had venison before.
Yeah, I've had that. We served that at our secondary school for a bit. No one knew what to
Sure.
make of it. It's venison burgers.
You serve venison burgers
Yeah.
at your secondary school.
And it was not
Fucking
that sort of place.
With
I told you,
side
didn't
of
I?
caviar.
One day, they just started selling paninis. But because it works out, no one had ever heard of them. For the first week, we were all calling them punanis. Until we got corrected.
Punanis.
One of them chicken tikka punanis. Eventually, we learned our lesson. But so, yeah, it wasn't particularly cultured. I don't know where the venison burgers came
Do
from.
you remember in the World Cup where there was just ridiculous amounts of added time and no one knew why?
Yeah.
So 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Really
Why is
stop
it
that
been on for 2 days now? This game.
And then they've just stopped it.
Yeah, that's
So
what
it's
I mean.
just
I
a
was
little
looking now.
cheeky little thing where you have to play an extra hour every game.
I was looking.
An
I
extra
was
20
thinking,
minutes.
We're playing an extra round in Europa League. Anything's possible.
Oh,
One more go. Look at that lovely little clip.
Come on, let's get one more.
Bruno's rate good, I'm afraid. Oh, you bastard!
He's such a different character, isn't he, Bruno, since Ronaldo's gone?
Yeah.
there was only room for one sort of attitude or temperament like that, wasn't there? I think.
Yeah, I farted when I said you bastard. Push so hard.
Just don't give a shit.
Vardy. Would you have Vardy at United?
Nah.
Gvardiol.
I would have had him a couple of years ago.
I just think when you got Vardy in your team, though, you expect it to play one type of football. Everything's over the top, isn't it? And he always reminds me of someone who always tried to sell car stereos in a pub. You know, he's got that face about him.
I watched a bit of the Vardy
The Rooney.
Rooney documentary with UFC3. It's pretty good, you know.
Is it?
Dramatic as anything. The fact that the two, the husbands went to court with him was so funny as well. Rooney and Jamie Vardy opposite each other in court.
I bet them two were texting each other on the sly. I can't fucking believe it. You watched the match last night.
Did they play with England together? Probably did, didn't they? Yeah.
When did he retire though, Ray? Was it not 2015?
No, Rooney retired in like 2019. Well, he went to America then, I think.
Of course, yeah.
Was it Everton, wasn't
When did he stop playing football then? For England?
Yeah, before that. But Vardy was playing from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18 surely.
Is Vardy the only player there now since from left?
Vardy was at the 2018 World Cup. Was
Well,
Rooney?
Rooney wasn't. I don't think Rooney was
I
active.
think Vardy might be the last one left.
The last
from
one
that.
of Leicester,
yeah.
isn't it?
Because Schmeichel's gone now, hasn't he? Obviously, he went this season.
That was a bad move.
Where's he gone to? France, innit? Can't remember which club. Well done. Come on, one more chance here, one more push. Nice. Well done, Scott.
Oh, well played, Scott.
He's been. I tell you what, he's been really good since he's come on.
He's been better than. I know Fred got the assist, but he's been a little bit more reliable than.
Yeah. Oh, wide.
Go on, nice.
One more go here.
Come on. Get a fourth. Just dig it.
Went for the cheeky chip. That's
job.
probably going to be full time there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
I just said yeah.
Yeah. You what? Volvic, your bottled water of choice, anyway.
It's the other one in there, wasn't it? We went to a shop. Joe's drink cost £6.50.
It didn't cost
Mine
£6.50.
cost about
it
£1.
cost under £3.
That's because yours only got like
It cost
hip
£2.40, which is a lot, but it's one hell of a sturdy bottle.
Prime was on offer in there for £10.
Prime. You tasted that yet? Nah. Me neither.
Well done, United.
Full time. Manchester United 3, Leicester 0. After a shaky first half, that was a dominant second half, wasn't it? Second half, it could have been 6 or 7 by the end.
We said it that it looked like United had a big team talk at half time. They came out like a different team altogether. But Rashford has really helped us again by getting that first goal and stopping Leicester's momentum. Brilliant win.
Yeah, really good. Thoughts on that quickly before
No,
we go to the review?
how clinical Marcus Rashford is, and it's sort of dictating Manchester United seasons. Again, it was like margins though. If Brighton don't make that defensive error,
Leicester.
If Leicester don't make that defensive error, Rashford doesn't get in behind.
Yeah.
There was the suspect the VAR decision as well, whether that was off. But United for like 60 minutes of that game deserved to win it, and I thought Leicester knew. There was no toast towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. Marcus Rashford with 2 more goals. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the review, so stick around. Just stay where you are. You'll automatically be taken to the review.
The things you can do in 5 minutes.
You've got 5 minutes. Go for a wee. Get a cup of tea. Get a little bag of Watsits out of the cupboard. I know they're for work tomorrow, but just have one anyway. There's still 5 left in the pack. That'll take you through to Friday. Thank you very much for joining us. Joe McGrath, Scotty for joining us. Check out the Sloppy Joe's podcast with Joe McGrath. Make sure you check out Scotty and Motti as well. And we will be back in a few minutes. Manchester United 3, Leicester 0, 3 points behind City, 5 points off top of the league. It's not looking bad for Manchester United at the minute.
Yes.
Right, hit subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in a bit.